Hello everyone and welcome back to DexSaves.
Woo!
Yeah. I'm Andrew Lightwood and I'm your DM, and we'll go ahead and go around the table.
I'm Jonah, and I play Garm, the Dragonborn Paladin.
I'm Brianna, and I play Note, the Kenku Rogue.
I'm Will. I play the orc known as Morzog.
I am Kayla Lightwood, and I play Alana Nagaraman, the Water Genasi Druid.
And being NPC piloted today is our bard because he couldn't make it today, but that's okay.
Poor Jethro.
Yeah.
Poor Jethro, MP. I mean, the last time he was autopiloted.
We got some good
Was the
shit.
last shopping episode too?
What's the series? Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, seriously.
Where we paid exactly nothing.
Nothing for yeah.
For free?
Last time we left off, the party had made their way through the Vermalock Forest and got to experience a little bit of the barbed fields, where they found a dead dryad. After slaying its killer, they made their way the rest of the way to the city of Rossona that was cloaked in a bubble of eternal night. Kind of re-establishing old connections with the Shadowstep family, they explained their situation as to why they were there and went ahead and laid down for the night within the Shadowstep estate, and made plans to spend the rest of the day today searching for a lead or clues and doing a little bit of shopping. So,
That's the idea, anyway.
Oh, that's cool.
It's probably going to end horribly, as per 99% of the thing. No,
fireball comes through the window, you all die. That is beautiful.
I really need to make natural-looking terrain, but
Morzog pops out of the ashes. You
my
fireballed
back
my
is
house.
murder,
Yeah.
and leaning over a table for 4 hours,
Yeah.
cutting foam is not going to happen.
So at Dollar Tree, they have small bags of sand, colored sand, and they have really small rocks
Mhm.
that I thought would be great for. Yeah.
It's good for terrain, just not for minis, because if you think of the scale of a tiny sand rock in comparison to a tiny mini, it'd be like small boulders, really.
Yeah. Also, I have what's it called? Sculpey, but you can't really bake a mini. As I say, if you could bake a mini, you could do Sculpey and get sandpaper and just press it on the Sculpey, and it makes that texture.
Oh no,
without
you
having
can
to-
bake a mini, but once.
Yeah. It won't be a mini anymore. It'll be.
It's like that whole.
No. It'll be very mini.
It's
Very
that, it's
mini.
that whole I can
No,
take a
it'll be a
bullet
puddle.
once.
That's fair. It'd be a puddle.
Yeah, puddle.
Paint that.
Might go get some air dry clay.
Maybe.
So we come now
We have
back
some.
to the mansion that is the Shadowstep estate. You all wake up. Let's see.
I'm gonna be the first up.
Each one of you were able to have your own
I
individual.
barely
rooms.
slept at all. This is a very weird place and a very nice bed.
Who did the doggo stay with, though, is the question.
You could have just slept on the floor.
I probably eventually did just sleep on the floor.
Well, that's
I'm just
the,
like,
that's the thing is that the dog is in your room, Garm, and he is currently scratching the door, slightly whining.
Wanting to get out.
But you can make yourself open the door.
The dog has to pee. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Pretend to be a normal dog.
But I'm gonna get up early-ish
Okay.
and get cleaned up, cut my hair, trim the beard.
Oh, make yourself nice, look nice and presentable.
Well, gonna
who
be
are you? What have you done?
walking through town, and you know.
Oh, it's going to be very confusing
Are
for
you
the rest
just
of
are
Oh,
you
yes.
just trimming the beard to like make it look nice, like get rid of the
Like
the split ends?
I'm trimming the beard, and then it's gonna be straightened in a nice, you know,
Okay.
and like a high and tight haircut kind of thing, just
Mhm.
like, then leave the back long, and then I'm gonna break into my old closet here, and Morzog's gonna put on some black trousers and a nice white button-up shirt, and then he's gonna pull out this.
Shit.
He's
Oh,
gonna
shit.
pull out this dark black leather duster, and put it on, and on the back's his The family crest is on the back of it.
He's pulling out the nice stuff.
And I don't wear this often, but you know.
Bring out the hair pomade and just kind of get it a nice.
But that's the
give it a nice shine.
That's the family crest that's on the back
Mm-hmm.
that I sent to everybody there, so they have a reference.
The dual crossed.
The dual axis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Those are fucking nice axes.
Yeah.
And axes, right? Because they look a little big for. Or a little short.
A little short, yeah. But I mean, don't get the option to clean up very often, and I really don't mind not cleaning up, you know. But I'm home. I'm gonna wash off the road grime. And
Zan is in the kitchen, and he's got a little setup of he's making coffee. He's got the little
Thank
setup
God.
of the filter, and he's pouring in the beans, and he's crushing them up, putting the powder in there, and then pouring the hot water. To
Cowboy coffee is what it sounds like, but we're going for it.
hey, there ain't nothing wrong with cowboy coffee.
I know.
he turns around, and he's got his nice full steaming cup, and he sees you all, dressed up, and he's like, "You got a date?"
I gotta play the part. A long time since, walked around and pretended to be anybody some kind of importance, so.
You need me or Zor to go with you?
Oh, I don't think we need you guys today.
I am pretty much on Morzog's heels until I figure out that it's Morzog. Which is going to be whenever I turn around. Turn around to face him.
Damn it.
As I was going to... thinking it was most likely... No, because you're taller. Never mind.
I'm
Very confused on who this person was.
Okay.
Because you're the tallest person in the house, so I wouldn't have mistaken him for anyone else.
I mean, you could always thought it was just very tall help, I guess, but...
That's fair.
I'm gonna ask where the bathroom is. 'Cause
Is there
Yeah.
a coffee pot, or is it just...
Yeah, it's
Mine was just
it's
a coffee pot.
Okay.
So,
And it's still got...
Because if not, I was going to steal
one or
yours.
two throughout the house, so...
No.
Shithead.
Go on.
Yeah, Garm, you wake
You
up
revoke
to...
privileges.
You wake up to...
Go.
And when you look over toward the door, you see Bastion is, trying to... He's intentionally, he'll scratch the door a little bit, and then he'll turn and look at you.
Kiara.
And if you're not if you don't immediately get up, he scratches the door some more, and then turns and looks at you like, I need to go.
Go. Are we all on the ground floor?
It'd
No,
be on the
upstairs.
second
I
floor.
was gonna say, if
Upstairs,
you're on the
upstairs.
ground floor, you could just open the window and take the dog out. Go.
Don't yeet Bastion out of the second
Not
story
you.
window.
No, of course not.
He'd survive.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, best not let the dog shit in the house.
So you open the door to your
There
room,
she is.
and he...
Oh,
Kiara.
Kiara. Your food's
Hush.
here.
Go.
Move the butt. Yay, food.
Sorry, DM is hungry. So, as you open the door, he goes bolting out. You guys see downstairs as Bastion is now standing at the front door, and is kind of just looking around for someone to open the door.
I'll just go up and let him out. Let him wander the property. Aim for the backyard, buddy.
He runs out, rounds a corner,
I'm
and
just gone.
I'm not sure if I said it, but it was also should have been implied. I grab a gigantic fucking cup of coffee.
Alright. No, is there anything you wanted to do special in the morning?
Bath.
Bath?
Bathroom cleaning.
Bath and preening.
I mean, we're staying somewhere where we don't have to pay for the extra shit and can kind of clean up and look decent for where we're going to be throughout the town kind of thing.
I just had a bath yesterday. I slept in the water all night.
Mm,
Same.
same.
As a water genasi, you're like just perpetually always clean.
Yeah. Like, I was washing and finding blood and shit that I hadn't seen, and, oh, okay. I remember getting poked there now.
I'm like, oh, how'd this get there?
Is from the knife or from the broken nose?
I don't even know if this is mine.
Which the help has cleaned your guys' travel clothes, gotten the caked grime and blood from your armor, and it's all left for you.
It shouldn't be that bad.
Why don't you put it on the thing so it's not directly in line with the fucking mic?
Okay. Alright. As you all have done your morning rituals and you gather within the bottom floor of the estate.
But by any chance, is there anything for the rest of us to get dressed up?
Oh
Well, I was going to say,
well,
Garm probably, we can find pretty much whatever he wants here between our sizes. and
Those girls are
everything
still continuing to get shit on, I see.
else. We could take you somewhere
I
and
can
get
walk through the
clothes.
streets naked,
It
and I mean,
just-
technically, rule of
Just depends on what you
feather in
want to
this
wear,
case.
considering that's a kinku and a water genasi.
Hey, I
Clothes
managed
are
to find
kinda
clothes
just-
that worked, okay?
fishnets and a
I'm not
headdress.
saying.
Yes!
Yeah.
But technically speaking,
I didn't know how much that mattered to you.
Dave,
let's put
it doesn't
that
matter to
way.
me. David was implying I was going to go get a dress commission, so.
Yeah. But didn't know how much of that was important to either of you. I figure,
I don't care.
you want to dress
But
up
if I'm
and look
supposed to-
nice, we can find something to dress you up and look nice. If you're comfortable with it, with what you are,
I don't know, what's she doing today? Is she snicking or she...
well, it depends on how the day goes.
That's fair.
Probably nothing during the day.
Yeah, Garm despises the nobility, but he knows how to play the part.
Right?
So there is clothes for you, but they come from Zanzor and Morzok's closets. So
They look like this,
We'll figure it out.
Xan and Zor would be the same size.
And you don't
That's
have
what I
to
say.
worry about cutting a
Between
hole for it,
everybody,
so
it's
don't
all
have
kind of
to.
just, we'd find something that fits. Just
I don't have a tent,
what would you
so-
like to wear? How would you like to dress yourself today?
Oh, Jesus. I didn't put any thought into this at all.
Well, you're the one who asked the question.
I did
Hey, at
ask
least
the
he doesn't have to do his hair.
Yeah.
Just
I've been on the road a while, leave me alone.
we're just gonna be presentable.
How presentable? Tell me. What you wearing?
What am I wearing?
What you wearing?
Details. Give us details, man.
Give us details. We got. I don't know.
You're the one who asked the question. You're the one who gets the role playing. I told you what I'm wearing. I mean,
So, kind of, I think I should have loose feathers from preening. Because I want to keep collecting those.
that's true.
easy enough. Say part of your stuff just like in your backpack would like just part of the like explorer's pack or whatever that came with your level 1 stuff does include just common clothes, but if you wanted something a little more
Honestly, it's just we got a nice like button-down shirt, a nice generic, duster, just brown.
But he's got a button-up shirt on.
Yeah.
Nothing too fancy, but enough to where I can walk around and these rich folk aren't gonna get all fucking uppity about it.
Excuse me, sir. He is not in the proper clothing to enter
Right.
this establishment.
On second thought,
I say different. So
on second thought, they're getting uppity about it.
we're not looking to pick a fight today.
Say, I think the only place that I know that actually does that is the Tri-Spires in Sadash.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's actually... I don't think there would be a place in Persona that would have
If anything,
a...
it'd most likely be me, because I don't wear any shoes.
Neither do I.
Well, it'd probably be if we had to pull an audience with the queen kind of thing that she may take offense to. with it, you know. Fuck the dynasty.
She doesn't respect other cultures? How fucking rude.
That's how she ended up being queen. What do you expect?
I mean, look at our country.
Yeah, but
Unfortunately, valid point there.
we digress. Let's move on.
Yeah, carry on.
Alright. Bastion's eventually let back in by one of the help. And you are, where would you like to start?
Shopping. There's a little start.
Well,
I'm just gonna put it out there just for, as he's not here, and it's a custom thing. I'm sure David would direct me to the tailors in order to make the dress he wants made.
That's true.
Because that's gonna take a bit.
Yeah.
Custom things don't, you know.
well,
We're gonna be here for a few days. I'll be here.
there
Oh,
are a
shit.
couple of shops.
Get off there.
There are a couple of shops in the firmaments, but most of the shopping district is in the Gallimaufry.
Well, they said that they had a tailor they went to, so I'm assuming we would get directed to that tailor.
Which would be in the Gallimaufry.
Yeah.
So Jethro saddles up with Elrana, and he looks at you.
That's better.
He looks at you and he goes, "I have something planned for you. You're gonna come with me."
The town's pretty big. I figured we'd ride and, you know,
Okay.
not have to walk and sweat in these clothes. Well, I don't know. Did we ever ask and ascertain what time of year it is on this side of the planet?
If I remember correctly, you're in spring. You would be like in the middle of spring.
Well, when was the techno fair?
The beginning of spring.
Okay, well,
Then
aren't
we're
we
on
on the
the
other
other
side
side
of
of
the
the planet.
world? So wouldn't it be the end of fall?
Yeah. Christmas time in Australia is their summer, by the way, but
Yeah.
You wouldn't be that far on the other side of the world. Because Wildmont's connected to Taldore. Like, it's not that far away.
Okay.
I don't know. I ain't looked at a map in a while, so.
That would be more like a thing of, like, if you guys went to Isilra. That is, from Wildmount to Isilra is literally the other side. I probably have that wrong, and
I feel like you have that wrong. But like I said, I haven't looked at a map in a while, so.
and I'll have to re-listen to episode 1 of like what fucking season I put it in.
When we started, there was still snow.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
were
but
all
they
the
were,
way
there was
north.
a northern. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Watchstone is almost perpetually snow.
No. So,
Almost.
but carry on. I just curiosity killed me.
So as Jethro has Elrana in tow, and they're heading toward a place in the Gallimaufry, where would you three like to go?
Following him. He has plans.
Okay.
Well, I figured we'd just start with our general shopping, and, you know, restocking potions and whatnot, and then go on to bigger things, you know, armor, weapons, magical funness, maybe.
Magical funness, because we can't do those things without our bookkeeper.
Yeah. So we'll tag along and get the dress, you know, wait for the,
Oh,
get the
okay.
dress done, and we can bullshit with,
Oh,
you know.
I figured I could just throw you guys the purse and
Well, you could, but then how are you going to pay for the commission for the dress?
tell them to put it on your dad's tab.
You could, thinking you're spending my family's money.
Bard.
I mean, you
Also
have a
Bard.
bard, so.
Yeah, I could have the bard convince him to put it on your family's tab.
I don't know. Without me there, it probably wouldn't happen.
That's fair.
I don't
I
mind
mean-
going looking at stuff and dresses.
I mean, it's kind of hard to go around and, wow, put it on that person's tab. I don't know you from fucking Adam. Why am I putting it on their tab?
Well, we made a note to make it super obvious who we were. We were with you.
Yeah.
last night.
That's only if that person was paying attention.
I
And
assume
we
this
didn't
was a
go
fairly
up-
gossipy town, to be honest.
Well, yeah, but
Already crossed. Morsog's brought a courtesan.
but
Okay. So you're tugged along to a place in the Gallimaufry, a tiny little one-story place made of like a purple tinted wood, which most places here are made of the purple tinted wood because a lot of the timber comes from the Vermalock, and that's just the color it is. There's a little sign on the front that just says minute measurements, and you're brought in and shown to, or introduced to a nice drow woman named Tina. Who looks at, is it just you and Jethro going in, or is everybody tagging along to the inside of the?
I'm not going in.
Okay.
Luckily,
yeah, I have no reason to go in. So.
Sure. Looks at you, Note, and Jethro, and goes, "Good morning, and how is it that I can help you?"
Oh God, it's Tiny Tina.
I just turn and look at David, or Jethro.
Jethro looks at her and goes, "I need this lovely lady to be in something that accentuates her assets." And she goes, "Ah, I completely
I left my
understand."
staff at the house. What do you mean my assets?
She approaches you with a long derp.
Measuring tape?
Yep. I completely derp because I'm like, it's not called measuring tape, is it? Yeah, no, it's straight up.
Technically, it is. Technically.
And she's like, she's doing the whole thing of like, hold out your arms, and then like measuring like your waist, your bust, your hips.
Well,
and
besides just being weirded out and just continuously moving back, and I'm sure being pushed back forward, I feel like I'm just like Shrek getting fitted in Shrek 2.
Yep.
Just sitting there like...
yeah, she's turning you around and like moving your, just measuring everything. Because Jethro is the one that is basically dressing you. He is pulled aside, and they pull out these long, or these big rolls of kind of fabrics that he is like feeling and touching all of them. Like, oh yeah, this'll be nice. This will be nice. And hands her like a like red, a red silk. And then he kind of looks at you and he's like, no, hold on. And he picks out another fabric that is still kind of like a silky material, but it's kind of like a blue-green type of color. And he's like, I feel like this would go better.
That's a bit matchy-matchy.
Yeah, but the red's a bit clashy.
Not quite.
could do with
That was
purple.
Kayla saying it, not Aurora. Aurora has
Yeah.
absolutely no fucking clue.
Purple.
That's fair. Purple would be good.
He hands over the fabric, and they talk for a minute, and after some time, he hands over. Or you wanted to convince him to put it on the tab, didn't you?
I wanted to convince him to put another tab.
Okay. Yeah. Without her knowing, which the entire time she's just giving him the weirdest look, because he walked in, started like making all these orders and everything, and he is an elf in a drow society.
Yeah.
So he is an odd one. But because of just his straight up charisma and confidence, he just kind of took over, basically. They don't put it on Morzog's dad's tab, because, But he ends up forking over a handful of 20 gold. And
Expensive ass dress.
they.
He hands over 20 gold of his own?
And hey, you're not gonna be here. Fork over your own gold.
I mean, it was his idea, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was implied he would pay for it.
So he forks over 20 gold, and she tells him it'll be ready by tomorrow.
What, she got a fucking sweatshop of gnomes in the back or something? Damn.
You know. She could be a Puma ripoff for all you know.
That's fair. That's fair.
There's only one of her.
That we know of.
Thank you for coming to my establishment.
I love Puma.
Oh my god. I gotta work on that voice. Just in case any of you decide to go to this dash.
I don't think that's on the laundry list of things to do unless you decide to have the, quest lead us there. Besides that.
Jethro pulls Orana out of the shop. Note tagging along.
Well, Note didn't want anything.
Did you want something else?
I would like. I'm looking at clothes.
What?
I'm looking at clothes right now. I have a mod on Skyrim that puts like a bunch of really nice clothes, and I'm looking through them because it's already got pictures of them.
See, that's what probably I'd have done if it was my option for you.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, that's very nice.
I would love to have that dress killer personally. I would have nothing to wear, nowhere to wear it.
Yeah.
But it's pretty.
We can go crash party.
But
Where would I?
No, just show up at a family event and make everybody else feel bad.
That's fair.
I sent something to the chat. I'd like the tunic and the hood and some short pants, because only down to the knees kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't wear boots.
Okay. Kind of giving a little bit of a description.
Wait, you're not wearing a dress too?
I can, but I hop skip.
That's
A
fair.
bird person. It'd be kind of awkward, more likely to
Awkward in a
trip.
dress,
To be fair, I wear a skirt most of the time anyway, so.
That's alright. You can make Jethro wear one.
So
At least I'm wearing pants.
That's a beautiful point.
giving
He
a
did
little
mention
bit
he had a
of,
dress in
of
his-
the design
I know,
ideas.
you should have turned it around on it and be
And-
like, fine, if I'm wearing one, you're wearing one. Here we go. While we're here.
And picking out some nice fabric. It's like 10 gold. Just because it's a little less elaborate.
And less fabric.
A lot less fabric.
Yeah, it's very much a tunic, was it a doublet that goes over it, and a cape hood, and then some breeches. Pants.
A little bit like what you wear, like in your battle clothing, but just more
Nicer fabric.
more commonplace looking. Casual Friday.
Now I want to look
Jethro.
up pictures of dressed up dragonborns.
Jethro. Jethro.
Absolutely not.
You guys said you're riding on your horses, right?
Yeah.
Jethro hops back on his horse and goes, "Well, I'm satisfied."
That makes one of us.
Oh, you're gonna love it. You complain now, but you're gonna love it. He pulls out a couple pieces of string and starts twirling them together.
Oh Lord. Well, something broke. Her.
Oh no.
She looked at dressed up dragonborns and
It's either awful or a banger.
Oh no, it's awful. It's great.
Oh, great.
Come on, render the picture. Aw.
Whatever
on.
you do, don't render the picture.
Alright, where to next?
well, I guess doing our general shopping, potions and whatnot, just kind of restock, and then
Massive. Oh, it's
weapons, armor,
awful.
magic.
Kill it with fire.
Let me see.
That's
Oh, come on,
lovely.
Jethro's doing that right now. There is no way.
That is lovely.
For those at home, it is a traditional, it'd be about 1700s Elizabethan dress. That's not Elizabethan.
Poofy.
Poof dress with is
Oh.
pink and white with rows of pink flowers and
A parasol.
parasol.
Being worn by.
Being worn by a dragonborn female. It's great shit.
Shit.
It's terrible and it should not exist. God damn you, internet. Bested me yet again.
So for potions, you know of
that was not
you.
bad.
You were given the name yesterday of. There's a place called Diana's, and then there's Termin's Tinctures and Tonics.
I thought I wrote that down somewhere.
Triple T.
I know. And
I thought this was Marisha Ray for a second before
We
I read the
definitely
picture.
talked about Triple T last week.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think I wrote it down.
Damn. Man.
Oh, there we go. Caught it. Find out my other picture.
Oh.
I need to take money out.
Reputably,
Which
which
one
one's
was
the
the-
nicer store to go into here?
I mean, both. I mean, the outside of both don't look like one is better than the other.
Okay.
They're both single-story buildings with.
Casanova, that shit.
I know, but from my preference of growing up here, which one would be?
Well, Diana's is newer.
Okay.
Like new place on the block. Termin's Tinctures and Tonics have been here for a while.
Okay. Well, we'll start with Triple T then, and if we're unsatisfied, we'll try the new location.
We're just going around being very obvious and bright. So it's all good.
Okay. So as you go into the building titled Termin's Tinctures and Tonics, the inside is is more of the same kind of wood. There's a few shelves along the walls that have some glass vials that sit up on the shelves with little little paper tags on strings that kind of hang off showing the prices. And a lot of the things you pass by as you kind of walk toward the counter are you see like a lot of them say that they're cures for cure for the gout or cure for bunions,
Yeah.
just all kinds of weird things that all have different colored liquid inside, and it's very odd. Behind the counter is a dwarf, but the skin is darker, almost kind of like the drow, of like that dark kind of charcoal, with a kind of a ring of snow white hair around the edges, and this just tuft of just frizzy white beard. And as you guys walk in, he looks over. Good morning, and how can I help you today?
We need
What kind
bottles.
of shit's in this shop? Just bottles of
You see a lot of
snake oil.
you see a lot of bottles
Rhino
of
horn.
different colored liquid
Snake oil
with
salesman.
a lot of presumable cures for very numerous things.
I just want empty vials.
Oh, he reaches under the counter and pulls up a couple. How much do you want?
What kinds do you have?
I've got, and he pulls out like this handful that's like this big, and it's just like, there's one that's like really tiny, and there's one that's a little bigger than that, and then there's like,
Are we talking test tubes? We're talking beakers.
the first two are kind of like test
Flasks
tubes.
or,
One looks a little bit more like a beaker with that kind of flared.
Beakers, test tubes, Molotovs. What do they look like?
There's one that looks like it's an empty potion vial, like a like healing potion vial. That's like that got that crystal, hard to break kind of.
So what's our inventory like from the last time we went?
There's like
Personal
5 or
inventory
6.
or bag of holding that's everyone's?
Well, I'm talking about our vial count from.
Vial count.
How are we doing? Because we haven't used very many of them
you-
since we bought out.
That's fair,
Hooper
that's
Duke.
fair. We have
So
2 cases of mason jars, I believe one per. She has one, I had one. And 10 empty vials. And I've used 1 jar. That's fair. I want just the test tubes then. To have variety of size.
Yeah.
12 if you have them.
He scrounges up 12 of them. He's like, well, this is all I got. And it'll be 5 silver.
Do you have any empty pouches? Like little
Hmm?
empty pouches?
No pouches on me today, unfortunately.
Is there anything on this shelf that would actually be appealing to me?
I'll say
Or
fancy
believable.
potions or healing or I mean. Healing's our baseline. Anything else other than that's kind of.
Probably not. No, knowing you would probably look at a lot of these and you you do see a couple that say basically potion of sex drive,
Rhino horn.
and and that's the only thing. Like everything else is just like a cure for something.
I just want to pick it up and
Technically,
sniff
that
it.
could be a cure.
Make a I'm not really sure how to do this. So make a nature check.
I would say nature or medicine, whichever one you're better
Nope.
Nope.
I'm thrown off by the fucking dress experience.
at. Still tilted.
You smell it and it smells odd. Whether or not it works, you're unsure.
I just put it back. Okay, that's all. I'm good.
You see, you're looking for healing potions.
Yeah.
Well, today I've got. He pulls up just a small collection of the crystal vials that you're used to seeing. He's got 4 of the normal healing potions, 1 greater and 1 superior. Pointing at the normal.
How much of each of those one more time? Sorry.
Huh?
How much of each of those?
The normal ones are 50.
No. 4. How many
4
quantity?
normal, 1 greater, 1 superior.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks.
But go on with the pricing too.
Well, the prices are 50 per normal, 200 for a greater, 500 for a superior.
Well, we'll take them, and you can send the bill to my father.
And who's your father?
Shatterstep. I ain't been around for a while, but we're hard to forget.
Very well. He writes on. He pulls out a little slip of paper and like starts writing some stuff. He hands.
I'll sign for it if I have
Yeah, I
to.
was gonna say he hands the quill and the paper over to you.
Okay.
So that is
900.
I lost my pen.
You can't have my.
Can't. Nope. We're good. We're good.
I was just gonna start throwing shit.
Nope.
I like
You have an
sitting at
entire
the
bag
table.
behind you full of different fucking pens.
Okay, but I need my pin. My
Nice
pin.
pin.
You sound like me. I've rubbed off on you now.
You're complaining?
If you start stealing my pens, then yes, I am going to complain.
I feel like, well, I mean, it all started whenever I started flipping Doritos onto the proper side to put all the seasoning
Yes.
on my tongue.
I still
You
get made fun
didn't
of
do
that all
that
the
from
time.
a kid? What's wrong with you?
Right?
I didn't do it.
Perfectly
I didn't do
normal
it until I met Kayla, and we would go. She would go get chips from Casey's and sit down, and she would always like turn her chips.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing
Where
I
do
know,
you think she learned it from? The fat kid.
Oh, really? And then I noticed I was doing it to myself.
See, it's
and
one
I'm
of
like,
those things that I've done it for so long. I don't remember where the fuck I got it from, but I met him when I was 4, so that's likely.
Well, she didn't pick
That's
up
way
your
too
love
much
of
effort for me
pickles.
to eat food.
No, because I ate all of their pickles. They never had a chance to have all of the pickles.
That's very true. Literally, we knew they were coming over, we would try to hide the pickles. It never mattered because we would find the pickles, but we tried.
So you now have 1 greater, 1 superior, and 4 normal healing potions
Yes.
at your disposal.
Yes.
Are there any dead
I would
potions?
like one of those.
Any what?
Any dead potions? Like, it was supposed to do this, but instead, it turns your mouth and fingertips
I
purple.
was gonna say, who needs restock for the potions though?
According to my inventory, I don't have one. So I needs to leave one.
So we'll
he,
give you
he does
2
not have any
normals.
dead
Or
potions.
dead, sorry.
What do you still have? Do you still have your grater?
No.
Or do we remember? I'll let you have the grater because I think I still have my grater.
And then one regular note and draft row.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll just one of us can hold on to the superior. It really don't matter.
The funny thing is I just
Okay, I'm not giving you shit anymore.
I
What do you mean?
just
You decided to attack half the party.
Shit happens.
I just listened to the episode where the Mighty Nine went to that shop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck. Like I can do a Scottish accent, but that is a thick
Mhm.
Scottish accent he used.
For real, after the end of Thursday, my throat hurt so bad.
How much do raiders here for?
The graders
Yeah.
are.
It's on the thing.
It's
Oh,
yeah, it's on your
Far
screen
left
there.
hand
Bart.
panel.
sorry.
Far left hand panel. Written in.
Potion of heat.
Okay. Greater healing are 4d4 plus 4.
Yes. And what's the superior? 5.
The superior is 8d4 plus 8.
Ah.
It's just easier for me to write things like potions down and mark them out later. Rather than try to put it into the website.
Are we going to a magic shop? We did say we were going to a magic shop, right? Because
Yes.
I would like a haversack.
Yes. Armor, weapons, magic items. Beyond here.
Yes. Require more chunk. Maybe require a bigger stick.
Well, we're trying to make a bigger stick. We gotta find a dragon, but we're trying to make a bigger stick. I mean, you have pointy, icy, put out flame stick.
So now you are heading to.
Well, I don't see a point to go into Diana's, do we? Or do we want more potions?
I mean, we could always use more health potions, but if there's anything else besides that, then no.
I mean, special potion wise, go find one that has a toenail floating in it and ruin Drew's day.
I mean, I can make deadly ones, so I don't necessarily need to do
No, I'm talking about the one from 111 that they just had.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Fire giant strength.
Fire Giant Strength,
Yep.
it makes your Constitution 24. Or,
Mhm.
yeah, and then your AC's like something stupid.
I'll have to look it up. I don't remember. I thought it was a strength potion.
No, the Fire Giant Strength ups your Constitution, ups your AC, and makes you stupid hard to hit.
I saw all of those items.
So,
Here's this belt that sets your strength to 29. Go nuts.
yeah. So, do we want the other potion shop, or do we just want to move on to weapons or magic items?
Everybody's got some type of potion. And we've got
Yeah.
3 off healers.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know what shit we'll get into. It's
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
I'm close magic item shop.
Alright, so you walk into the.
Oh, before we leave,
Sure.
I'm going to ask him about if he has any interactions with Hythenos. if he does any business or knows anything about where they work out of or the warehouse or whatever.
Yeah, I know, right pick. He doesn't come around often. I've seen him maybe a handful of times. Not sure where he works out of or his warehouse is, but like I said, I've only seen him a handful of times.
Oh, I'm just curious. I'm just, asking around why I'm back in town.
Fair enough.
Okay, now we can go.
Oh, we should have asked the tailor.
Yeah, we swing back by when you pick up the dress.
That's fair.
This could be delivered.
Nah, we can pick it up.
Technically, she just said it was going to be ready tomorrow. She didn't tell us
Yeah.
whether we were going to be picking up or sent, and none of us said we were going to have it sent, so I just assumed we were going to pick it up.
Yeah, no problem.
So you head
Especially
over...
because you picked it up and didn't put it on Daddy Morzog's
I misremembered.
tab.
Daddy Morzog.
Daddy Robux over here.
Okay, but it's easier to spell than Shadow Step, because I keep forgetting the last name, so...
It's shatter stuff.
Thank you very much for proving my point.
Point in case.
I can imagine. Imagine Ron in the shop. Shadow Step's the name. What?
Sorry, I
Some
don't
other
have
houses,
anything under that name.
Some other house is getting a bill for a bunch of shit. They're like,
Right?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So you go over to
As the person with the last name. I'm talking about.
another single-story building that has the plaque of the name Diana's. It's a little different than some of the other shops, as it's still the purple wood, but it's been stained to be darker. And as you walk in, because the shop itself looks, it looks kind of, relatively modestly sized. As you walk in, the inside definitely does not match the outside. It is seemingly about 500 square foot bigger than it looks. And there are multiple like silver and purple tapestries that have the same kind of writing that's on the sign outside that shows, Diana's, and swords hang from the racks along the wall. There's mannequins in suit of armor that are all in a hands on hips kind of pose. There are cloaks that are folded into nice little sections in like a glass case over in one section, and sitting behind the counter is a very beautiful drow woman with dark purple eyes and long silvery hair. A very hourglass figure. And as you all walk in, she has her head in her hand as if she's like almost bored. But then she sees you and she has this big smile.
First things first. After seeing that it is exceptionally bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, I'm going to stand in the doorway and continuously look outside, look inside, look outside, look inside. Okay, what the fuck ever, I'm going inside.
You're in a dome of darkness. Does this really surprise you?
A little.
Now, whenever you guys walked in, she was like across the room behind the counter, and as you guys kind of giggle at Orana at her confusion, you turn back to look at her, and she is now in all of your faces. And she goes, "Hello." And
it's me.
She has this huge smile and this look in her eye of excitement as
Big weird.
she goes, "My name is Diana Rhyme, and welcome to my shop."
Like rhyme, R-H-Y-M.
It's actually R-I-M-E.
As soon as you started the R sound, I was just like,
Why do you write before you ask?
Because I figured it was obvious for once, but of course it can't be obvious.
Drew, why did you write before you ask? Sorry. Continue.
$20 did on purpose.
So now you notice that she's almost like zooming to each one of you as she kind of like goes over to note, and she's like, oh, "You are so cute," and she like brushes her hand through your feathers.
No. See, honey, a kenku can call another kenku cute. But if someone else calls a kenku cute, it's not good.
She has these like kind of like long fingernails coming off with like tiny little points that she kind of like runs through your feathers and just kind of like, "Oh, you're so soft and you're so adorable. Look at your little beak," and she like pokes you and like meeny.
I'm glad that I preened today.
I've
had worse.
I'm sure that's fair.
She then
Old men are all there. They think, "Oh, look at your pet," or "Oh, look at the child. Hark at the child." So
she then zooms over to you, and she's like in personal space, and you can like smell her perfume, and it smells.
Is it overbearing, or is it actually?
Oh no,
it's
nice? It's very like a subtle sweet scent of like vanilla and lavender, and it's just like, oh, that's really nice. And she is like in personal space, and she's like, "Oh my!" And then she's like running fingernails down along like your cheekbones and like.
She tracing my fucking tattoos or something?
She's like, kind of. She's like taking you in, just kind of like. It's this weird aspect of like she's getting really close to taking all the details, but then she almost has like a blind person and has to like, feel you, like get the shape of you.
How much is she feeling?
Not as much as you would think.
Okay, but this is a legitimate question. Is it just my face, or did she go farther down?
She went to like shoulders and like to hips, but that's where she stopped. Of like she's just getting.
Okay.
It's this weirdly odd. She does not understand personal space. And then she zooms away from you and is now in between you two, and is like she's got like both of your arms or she's looped her arms in through both of yours, and she's just like, strapping. Slaps you both on like kind of like the side of the ass, and then like moves over, and she goes, "But you," and is like in Jethro's face, and Jethro is like,
Jethro's
No, Jethro's all about that. Yeah. Jethro's all about that.
It's a surprising at first because she's just like in it, and then he puts on his little quirky grin and is just like, "Hi, how you doing today?" And she goes, "Oh. You," and she runs a hand down his arm and like grabs at his hand and starts like feeling it, and she's like, "I already know what you're looking for." He's like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a new," and she's like, "Shh, I already know."
Gives him a battle axe.
Yeah, right. Like
Barbarian time. Here it comes.
Yes.
Barbarian.
She says that what you seek today is something better to cause damage with, but have you ever felt your hands? And she is down like feeling his hands again. No calluses at the ends of at the bottoms of your fingers, but on your fingertips tells the tale of he who would pluck a string. Wait here. And then she like disappears. And she comes back holding this long case that's made of this like beautiful mahogany wood. There's like a gold metal band that runs along the lip of it and ends in a single like latch on the front.
Which is a banjo.
You see her kind of like go in front to like fiddle with the mechanism, and it pops open, and what you see is a beautiful ivory bow, a big ivory longbow that has 6 strings, 5 smaller ones, and they're all toward the back. It's 5 smaller ones, and then the one long one that you would presume is the one for throwing the arrow.
So it's a bow harp?
Heart bow? Barb.
Barbo.
Bow harp.
Blarb.
Doing barb the other way is not a word that we don't want here.
See,
I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah.
This is a special gift that I acquired that I feel like would be better in your hands. And she pulls it out and hands it to him. And as he kind of turns to you guys and is like inspecting it, you can see along the arms of like this ivory wood, you see like gold filigree that's just kind of been like forged out of metal and then just kind of put into the wood. Beautiful leather wrapping around the handle. And he's like, guys, I don't think I've ever used a bow before.
I can help.
Do I know how to use a bow?
I do.
I do.
I would imagine I do, but I don't know. No,
I think you should
it's not
technically
in-
have proficiency in bows.
It's not technically in my list, so I'm gonna say no. And I'm gonna go. Yeah, I mean, I would assume I'd actually know how to do a harpoon kind of thing.
You hold it like this and you go.
We can make him proficient with the bow.
Yeah.
Take a
I'll
minute.
check to see what he's proficient with here.
Oh shit. That makes a good point. I have to change the thing on the card.
Come on, Jethro, load.
I have also infected him with the need of note cards.
He's proficient with a crossbow. His hand, longbow, longsword, rapier, short sword,
Hey,
simple
yeah.
weapon.
They can use longbow.
He can use a longbow.
I thought so.
Let's
but-
work for
Okay,
us.
so he's proficient in it, but he tells you that
He's
he's
unsure
never
of himself,
Now, usually this would be a very expensive item, but, and she snaps a finger, and over on like the far end of the room, a little like wooden dummy just goes into existence and is like standing there with a stupid like painted on smile of like just like sitting there.
Jethro wants to become friends with it immediately.
Yes. He starts to make a bracelet immediately.
Usually this would be very expensive, but if you can put an arrow through the target, then I'll give it to you for 25% off.
25% off of what? And what does the bow even do? Is it just pretty?
The bow is a special kind of bow that only works for he who likes to play songs.
I knew you were gonna say a special kind of bow, and I was just like, God damn it.
It makes the spells they can cast a little bit better. It shoots a little bit straighter, and if you give it the right persuasion, it might fire a special kind of arrow that will influence the target's mind a little bit.
It's fucking Cupid's bow.
And what was the price of this bow?
The price tag I originally had was 10,000, but nobody seems to be around to buy it, so it's just kind of been sitting. But your friend here seems like he's special.
He's very special.
Don't know the half of it.
The half of it.
I have a feeling he would have made a comment about the, handling it.
And puts it in his notebook.
He's gonna tie friendship bracelets to the arrows.
Yeah.
Damn it. He's gonna waste a full turn to tie bracelets to the arrows.
Yeah.
I would imagine he'd pre-make them, honestly. Nah, he makes an individual one for each person. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not friends until you touch them.
He looks back over at her and goes, 25% off, huh? And she goes, mm-hmm. She's like, and he goes, well, let's see if we make the shot, and then maybe we'll talk about it, some, money off. So she hands him an arrow, and he puts it on the very last string, and pulls, and you can hear the wood of the arms just creak as he pulls it. Who wants to make an attack roll for?
I could
He's
do
the
it.
one with the stats up, so it's gonna have to be him.
But what's his what's the bonus on it though?
Proficiency bonus plus dexterity modifier, yeah?
Or yeah, well, it's proficiency plus his dex plus 2.
Yeah. That's a 19 to hit. Because he gets plus 10 to hit, so...
So at a full draw, you can tell he's not quite used to the string yet. So he's like, trying to line it up, and the arrow flies across the room and smacks into the dummy in the little painted target dead center.
And the dummy bursts into flames.
After it wobbles back and forth from being hit by the arrow fairly hard, it just kind of out of existence. And you hear Diana clapping. She's like, "Oh, that was wonderful, and I'm so glad that I found someone that'll actually use it." And Jethro turns back around and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not doing 10,000 for that. But how about we discuss and we'll talk about a price." How much gold does he have?
383.
Not 10,000.
It's coming from the group gold.
Just group gold.
But we may be able to get a group discount depending on what we buy and what we find. So
He puts it back in the case, but just kind of
yes.
we'll
And
hold
she
on to
offered
that
it
for a second.
for 7,500 because she offered 20%. Ah, so also make a note.
But that's the starting point for this. That's you are going to give up 25%. You're going to give up a lot more than that.
Hopefully.
Oh no, I got water on my notes.
Nerd.
Fuck.
Good job.
Sucks to say.
I'm pissed. Oh, by the way, this is yours now.
You're
It's
pissed.
for
You haven't
your,
even
it's for
started
your
going
grapple
yet.
hook. Now, what can I do for the rest of you today? Any special thing we're looking for today?
Sneaky stabby.
How many sneaky stabby you want to collect? All the
All
sneaky
of them.
stabby.
The same as I play all the games. Collect everything.
My adorable feathered friend, when's the last time you changed your armor?
I don't think I have.
You've added a cloak to it. That's it.
Yeah.
And that doesn't do anything with armor. So.
It just makes me get to roll again when I go hide.
Not if
Collects
you
all-
need it because you already had advantage.
Collects all the sneaky stabby, rolls a 2. So that's a 60 to hide.
Yeah.
She walks over to one of these little mannequins that's sitting there in this kind of heroic looking pose, and she's able to maneuver the arms, and she pulls off this this set of a leather armor that she kind of holds out, and she goes, "Try this on." She
Take it. Shrug it on.
So you shrug it on, and it's just it's kind of like a leather breastplate that has little bits in it of metal that's kind of worked into it. It's considered studded leather. and it's got these little like pieces of armor that kind of come off the shoulder down to about mid bicep. Straps underneath that just kind of keep it there. And she goes, now, think of the clothes that you are wearing underneath. Just think about it for a second. And as you think about like how your clothes look underneath of the armor, you like picture it in your head, and then you look down, and it looks like the armor is gone.
Hmm?
I forgot what the armor was called.
I think I read about something similar. So it's like, I've heard of this. Yay.
Now, this armor will give you the ability to change its form no matter what. You can turn it into anything you want. You can think about wearing a pretty pink dress right now, and it'll turn into a pretty pink dress.
It has a pretty big dress.
So as you kind of like, you're like, really? You think about it for a second, and all of a sudden you guys see that Note is now wearing a kind of fluffy pink dress that flares out at the waist
The same one from the Dragonborn picture.
with pink little bow ties and flowers all over it. You hear a giggle out of Diana.
What's the fucking armor called?
It's called Glamored.
Thank you.
Glamored studded leather. She's like, if you're interested, it's 2,000 gold pieces.
I'm interested. But we'd like to see what else is in the store here.
She gets her armor back from you. Sets it aside next to the bow just in case, because you said you were interested.
And if I'm not interested, Jethro's probably most definitely interested.
After
If he's
seeing the
getting a
dress
shiny
part,
new bow, he's not getting a shiny new bow and armor. He can pick one or the other.
Calls it-
Bow's very, very expensive.
Big money.
And you're up next.
That was I get to be up next. God, I don't know what the fuck I want.
Did you guys bring your like weapons with you and stuff?
I don't need to bring my weapons with me anywhere.
That's
so.
fair.
Yes.
You're literally you're literally just. No,
Yeah.
wait for it.
Wait for it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Straight up Thor calling Mjolnir.
Knowing that we were going shopping,
Like, I'm not even wearing my armor. Like,
I would have taken the Rapier of Lightning because I'm not proficient in it, and it is not servicing me well enough to keep in my inventory.
Ah,
As
So, trade or sell.
trade or sell.
Yeah.
okay.
What does that rapier do again? Oh, that's thunder, ain't it? Or lightning?
Lightning.
Lightning?
I mean, it would be nice if it was a scimitar, but it's not. So, like,
Yeah.
I can cast a magic spell that lets me have a flaming scimitar, and it does more damage. So it's there's no point.
So,
And if you end up just not wanting it, I'll buy it off you. Because I'm proficient, so.
You were using magic stabby poof dagger, so
Yeah.
Zippy zappy casty bossy. I just like saying that. Where?
you know, think about Misty Dagger than stabbing someone in the butt with lightning damage.
Well, I agree. It's a fairly effective method. I'm just saying it was given to me, and it's like,
Yes,
okay, I
because
don't need it.
Yeah.
So
Because you're
Either
the only
pick a
other
party
person
member
at the time
or-
that would use it, may use it, but we weren't sure if you were proficient with it or not.
It could be called the Zip and Zap.
Julie, do the thing.
Julie.
Well, fuck that.
They're good.
They're actually pretty good.
God damn, what was her name? I'm
Chihuahua?
mad now.
Who's name?
The lady with the katana from Hellsing. I don't remember her name. Whatever her name is, do the thing. And then she murders a bunch of people.
Mm. Did that armor would, I wonder if that armor would need to be attuned.
Yeah, you got 2 more slots, so
slot. I don't
I
really
have
know.
one slot.
You've only used one, haven't you?
The cloak.
My cloak is one too. Cloak and Misty Dagger are both.
Oh, because it wasn't showing the tune when I checked your stuff earlier. So.
Did it not? Was Misty Dagger attuned?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how to add that on here.
Just go down to where your attunement slots are.
That's what I'm looking for.
Whoops.
Sorry, I
Oh.
had something prepared and I got rid of the web page and now I lost it. So
Should
give
be
me
done.
give me 1 second.
Well, I'll look on mobile.
Oh, it's the Misty Dagger that's not showing up as attuned. How do I add it on there?
There we go.
Because the one you added doesn't have to be attuned.
Yeah, because I homebrewed it.
So go into your customize and then or wherever you built it.
But I
you
do
have
have
to
my
add
sword.
attunement to it.
You didn't bring a shield?
No.
Okay.
In case somebody wants to turn a friendly bar fight into an unfriendly bar fight.
I wasn't super worried about it at this point in time.
we
so.
can make it work. We can have this be real civilized. Okay. So, which one of you first? You?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
What is it you're looking for? I have all kinds of things for sale. And she like looks you up and down and goes, all things.
Just trying to think about what's more important. We've already got a sizable amount of money sitting on the table there.
You got a shield to go with that sword? As she keeps like looking down at your like crotch area, but then you notice it's because your sword hilt is kind of poking out. And...
Yeah, sure. Sword.
That's why. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Never mind. Not gonna finish that sentence.
Yeah,
Reptile.
we could go for a better shield.
I think I have just the thing. She walks away for a minute and kind of like goes to this side door where she had disappeared to go get the heart bow, and she comes back and it looks like she's holding a shattered mirror. And you see as she kind of places it down, you can kind of catch a glimpse of like a sheet of metal on the back of it and a little like leather strap. And she places it down in front of you, and she's like, now I know it looks damaged, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. This is actually it's better than a normal shield, and it actually also helps with if you get fireballs thrown at you, makes you a little bit more dodgy, or makes you less susceptible to being poisoned, and various other things.
So like, what is it?
I'm gonna try going on the sides. It's not.
Done.
The label to it is called the Mirror Guard Shield, and it's 7,000 gold if you're interested.
I am always interested. It's fucking expensive.
Well, it seems like you and your friends are buying quite a bit, so maybe we can talk about a discount. I mean, you're already getting a discount for the bow.
See if something can't be worked out here.
Me next or you next?
Go for it.
I'm looking up my armor. Let's put it that way.
You're the Shatterstead boy, aren't you?
Well, yes, I am.
You look just like your dad. Crazy.
Hopefully not nearly as old.
How big you wanting to go here?
What's the biggest you got?
One second. She rolls up a mannequin that is wearing. So you know how the Kreen Dynasty warriors have the chitinous armor that is like it's really form fitting. It looks like it came off of a big bug.
Mm-hmm.
She pulls up one of those. This is a suit of armor that was commissioned. That they never came by to get it. I enchanted it to be pretty hardy. But it also doesn't rattle when you walk. She explains that it has a +2 enchantment on it, and it's half plate.
Okay.
And that you do not have disadvantage on your stealth checks.
Very interesting. Just do a quick check there. Okay.
7K.
What, for the half plate?
Mm-hmm. The enchantment on it is pretty hardy.
Yeah. What about you?
I would like a haversack, please.
A haversack? Isn't that a bag of holding?
Yeah, that's for the party. I want a personal haversack.
A personal haversack. Actually, Well, she's like looking around the room at her various things that are hanging on the wall. There it is. And she points to a hook kind of off on one of the walls that's got a multi-pocketed backpack. And there's a little tag on it that says 2,000.
The bag of holding was 500. Why is a haversack 2,000?
Was the bag of holding 500?
Mm-hmm.
I undercut that a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's why we got it.
It's 2,000. I don't remember giving you guys the bag of holding for 500 gold.
Oh, actually, it was $300.
Wow, I
shit.
really undercut that. Holy shit.
So we're sticking with the $2,000 price, right? Or are we doing something different here?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the $2,000 price.
We're in a nice city.
Getting duped.
So what kind of deal are you looking to cut us if we were to take it all?
Well, at the current moment in time, if my calculations are correct,
Which they're probably not. That's why I'm doing mine.
we're sitting at 25,000 gold.
Sure, we'll go with that number.
Because 7, 14, 21,
Mm-hmm.
23,
Mm-hmm.
25. Current
Okay.
moment in time, 25,000 gold.
Okay, sure. I'll take that number. And what discount are you pitching us here?
Given that you've got a nice collection here,
Yeah.
and
This is probably the biggest payday you've seen in a while.
you are completely correct. Let's start at 20.
You mean 20,000, not 20%, right?
20,000, yeah.
It's the same fucking number, just so you know. 20,000 is 20%.
Oh,
Just so
sorry.
you know.
20% off is $5,000 when you have $25,000.
Yeah, it's alright.
Quick.
As Jethro talking.
Yes, of course. I'm thinking 16,250.
Oh, I don't like change.
Yeah, no one likes change, but that's a starting point. So
I'll check the change.
18.
is that? Do 15.9.
Wait, didn't you just offer 16? You went down to 15.
Oh, did I offer?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was that the number that I tossed in?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did 16.
Oh, 16. That's not what I meant. Sorry. I hit the wrong number on my thing while I was looking at shit.
I'm like, wait a minute.
We'll do 17.
17.2 and let me touch your beard.
17.2 and let you touch my beard. But it's all nice and straight. You go fuck up my beard, I may be pissed.
I'll take that chance.
Uh-huh.
I mean, she's already felt up your entire body. Why not fucking let her touch your beard?
She felt up you.
That's fair.
She just slapped his ass.
Yeah.
Also fair.
You said 17.2, huh?
So I feel like I won something.
Yeah, I'll let you feel like you won that. We can do that. I'll sign for it. What? I'll sign for it.
Oh, you're billing it to your dad?
Yeah.
Okay. So she writes up a missive,
Good, because that would have left us with like $20.
hands it over to you, and hands you the quill.
Yep. I'll sign for it.
I got water all over my notes. I'm so pissed.
Damn it, Drew.
Once
Oh.
per day, not once per month.
I don't have a card for the haversack, but I'll get you one.
I'm aware what a haversack does.
So that is your collections.
Where's the...
Which the bow's a homebrew item that I designed. I'm so proud of it.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like it.
That's yours. That's yours.
Thank you.
These are hardier ones than mine.
They're a thicker stock. You're correct. Because they're the heavyweight cards.
I was gonna say, I'm moderately jealous now.
Damn it.
They were like 98 cents as opposed to
68.
68 cents.
Mm.
So yes, they were a little more
I
expensive.
mean, I
than
use a shit ton of note cards, so I probably
To be
shouldn't,
completely
but-
honest, it was just me at the store going, "Yeah, this will do," and I walked away.
But they're easier to pick up with my inability to feel things.
Mm.
Having access to everything is a huge pain in the butt.
Do what?
Well, you may have to put in that maybe a homebrew field.
It is.
It is.
So you're
yeah,
gonna have to build
sorry.
a homebrew for it, which is fine.
Alright.
It's a
I'm
homebrew shield.
working on the Misty Dagger now. I had it in
Yeah.
as long rest when it's once a day.
Ah.
So, like that, and
Yeah.
just since I have the actual note,
Almost kind of same.
Yeah. That's
missed.
fine. Well, we will take our things and leave.
Out of curiosity, did you put something for me that I didn't actually ask for?
Yeah, because you were saying you had the rapier.
What did I say? Do you want to sell right here or start right here?
I don't know. Do you want the rapier?
Is it attuned?
No.
I mean, if you're not using it, do you
Go for
get
it.
a weapon? Okay.
You don't have a rapier of lightning.
There you go. Good
Works
shit.
for me. I will
I
add
don't think
it
I
to
ever
the-
got a card for it, so.
I have a +1
Maybe. Hold on.
dagger if you want it.
Tools.
Can I have everybody roll a
Nope.
percentile dice for me?
Oh, I do want to ask her about Hythanos right before we leave.
Both?
Yes,
well,
percentile means both.
Ah. First time I've used these. 0.
No, not on
So
both.
that's.
Yeah. On both.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of cool. Not really.
Well, that's
but-
kind of unfortunate as all hell, but you know.
Okay, so we all roll 2 of them?
Yeah.
Yep.
What is that? That's.
Usually you have a
Ooh.
2, and then you have one that has just a single number for the
50.
lower digit.
What'd you get?
50.
15? I got 88.
Solid.
So you need this one right here.
Okay.
There's one with 2 numbers, one with 1 number.
Yeah.
77.
Oh, I like those dice. Those are pretty. I should find dice with them, like trees or ocean
Okay.
things or something.
So you turn around and ask her about Hythanos showing up.
Well, I just want to know, you know, if she has any idea of the warehouse, where he operates out of, what he does, you know, just.
I'm not familiar with where he operates out of. But if you see him, tell him I need to talk to him because he was supposed to conduct a shipment for me and I haven't seen it. And it should have been here 3 days ago.
And what were you expecting? If you don't mind me asking.
A couple of new items that a friend of mine in Asarius had wanted to trade me for. I sent her some things, she sent me some things.
Okay.
How much is my shield weigh, bud?
Huh?
How much is my new shield weigh?
Yeah, what's the weight on this, do you know?
I don't care how much it costs. I need to know how much it weighs.
Because it matters for carrying shit.
We're already both.
Not really. I mean, it doesn't really matter,
I
but
haven't bothered because of putting
Oh, no,
anything in
like-
the bag of holding pretty much, so.
yeah. But we wear this is the
Yeah.
thing. Like, he carries his, so.
I
no.
constantly
I-
walk around with
I
these
never
things.
I never really take into account weight.
So you don't want to count in encumbrance rules?
Yeah, I don't really care about encumbrance.
I'm gonna put a
Works
number
for me.
down, and that's what it's gonna be.
20 pounds. No.
I
Yeah,
would
I'm
probably
not
say
counting
like maybe
encumbrance
10
or
pounds.
gold weight
But
Sweet.
with mine will.
Hmm?
I'm not counting encumbrance or gold weight in
I
mine.
didn't think you were.
gold weight's dumb too.
I mean, it's a neat mechanic to make them have, like, if you have a shit ton of gold that they're wanting to carry. But other than that, like,
I know that a haversack and a bag of holding have a certain amount of like
bag
space
of holding
to
is
them,
500 pounds worth of stuff.
and that's all I care about. And as far as gold weight, I don't give a shit. As long as you're not like, we're gonna take the whole dragon's horde, then you might be encountering some problems because that is a
We'll
lot,
split it.
a lot,
Yeah.
a lot of money.
I'll transfer everything from my haversack into our bag of holding, and then fill the haversack with gold. And my backpack, because now my backpack's empty, because everything I did have in my backpack is now in the haversack because it was starting to get too full.
How do I make it so that I'm wearing this on a stand?
Equip?
Go into your equipment. And
That's what I'm staring at. and
Oh,
that's-
okay.
There should be
Then
a
I
little
got
bubble
nothing.
next to it.
Yeah, no, there's not.
Oh, okay.
The
Ask
little
William.
checkbox.
He is the okay.
Oh, you
I'm
didn't
currently
make
making
it a
He
armor.
is the expert of the table.
Yeah, you'll have to.
Well, I'll just do it again.
Yeah.
Could I have
There's-
another one of those strawberry
Help
cookies?
yourself. That's why they're there. There's a whole page you can do.
I'm going to have to pick up
to
some of these with the
create things. Did you have to create it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you go through all the steps in the thing?
And they're strawberry.
You'll have to do it on the actual
That's
site.
it.
This is the actual site, and this is literally what I did.
Out of curiosity, is
To
there a
go
staff in there or anything?
Up here,
It's better than my staff.
and go to collections, and go to my homebrew collection,
Nothing better than your staff.
and
Okay,
then
okay.
it should show everything you've made, so you can create something new.
Oh.
Oh well.
Anything that adds
Didn't
to a
on
wisdom
there.
score?
So then, browse and create. If you go back up there, and then choose browse and create homebrew.
Now, see, is this material the half plate's made out of weaker than normal half plate,
There you
or
go.
equal to half plate, or
It's
be one on there
equal to
for-
half plate.
Magic items.
okay. That makes it easier for me to build it, kind of.
So is it
Make sure
Half
you
plate
save
plus
after every step
2 onto
because
what
it'll- if you do it
a
on
normal
another
half plate
section,
would
it will
have?
erase all your other stuff.
Yeah.
because
Damn.
it just, all it gives is just not disadvantage on self checks.
Well, and plus 2 on top of a normal half plate.
Well, you should have one because you were wearing
Do you have
chainmail
a card
before,
for
right?
the-
Yeah, so you should
for
be.
the-
It should be one.
Rapier
higher
lightning, no,
AC.
I don't.
Okay. Is it in here or is it homebrew?
Is the rapier lightning homebrew or is it in?
That's in the thing, ain't it?
I'm pretty. Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it's in the thing.
That'll work. Do you want me to give you stuff to add to our possible sell pile?
Oh, I mean, sure.
Unless we want to just keep around a +1 dagger for whatever else I have
You
floating
never know when
around.
you can lose a dagger, though.
Yeah.
And you can always keep it. To throw.
If anything, yeah, I was gonna say, if anything, you can just put it in your pocket and throw it if you need to.
Nothing to increase your wisdom score. She does have a ring of protection for 3K.
How much protection?
I think it's a. I think it's a +1 to your AC. It's either a +1 to AC or a plus to your saving throws. Yeah, it's +1 to AC and saving throws, but requires attunement.
I could use anything, honestly. I'll go ahead and get it. 2,000, you said?
3,000.
Plus into AC and dex saves?
And all saving throws.
Oh.
Nikita is looking super comfy. Yeah, hi baby girl. Talking to you.
Okay, so I should be able to.
It is not.
It's not?
Oh,
Okay.
what's
It is not that. Oh shit, I just erased it. 1d8 piercing and 1d6 lightning.
Let's see if I can get this added here.
Then I will.
Should be here.
I will homebrew it and deal with adding all the extra stuff later. And then
Out of curiosity, does she have rings of communication?
Rings of communication?
Mhm.
I've never been asked to make any.
They make it so you can talk to each other over distances. Generally speaking, you can have as many as you'd like attuned to each other.
Kind of like a message cantrip.
Yeah, but at will.
Hmm.
And multiple times a day.
I could make you some. It would take time.
Okay. How much money?
See, where the hell did we find our homebrews on this anymore? So, like, add the item.
How many
Yeah.
are you needing
Or
to
do,
make?
oh, do I have to make it public first, kind of thing? Is that where I
5.
fucked up?
maybe I'm just looking through because other people have made it, so I'm
So
looking towards
5 rings, necklaces.
Actually, I can't have any more rings, so I would need. We can't do earrings either because some people don't have ears.
I have ear holes, but I don't
Yeah,
think
you
that
have ear
feels
holes
very-
and so does he. So
I don't think they'd feel very good to pierce that.
Yeah. No.
You could do nose rings. Oh no, that wouldn't work.
no, he's got an actual.
I don't.
Oh, that's true. Just stick it on the end of your beak makes it very
I mean,
hard to
I've
eat.
got nostrils up here, but
No, do a bowls.
Oh, that may be a problem.
That'd be weird. Cause
This
it'd just be like
one?
at the
Yeah, it
top
would
of
be. It would be.
top of my beak would just be. Yeah. I
No,
wouldn't-
there's no way for us all to do it.
I mean,
Could do like a necklace or a bracelet.
I'll get pierced if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be under the feathers anyway, so I won't see it.
I mean, a bracelet would work. Necklaces are harder to keep hidden.
You guys would straight up have like the Power Rangers communicator, right? There, it's a cantrip level spell, but I could extend the range on it for a little bit.
Okay.
Let's say
There it is.
How'd you get it to work, bud?
You have to share it.
You have to make it public?
Make it public. Oh, you don't know what you've done. Okay then.
I essentially gave you mithril half plate.
Well, according to this, using half plate as a base with it being +2 makes my armor class 20.
And then shield.
And then
makes it-
shield will make it 25.
What?
That was just flat out using
What?
half plate.
What's the AC for half plate?
If I had to guess,
Because in the book it told me 15. I thought.
I would think it would be 18 if it was +2 and makes it 20.
half plate.
Unless you
hold on,
have.
just let me
Well,
look at
do you
normal
have
half
dex?
plates. I have. Yeah, well, yeah, I got +2 in dex.
So 2, 4, -4 to that, so plus it'd be 16 days.
Let me find half plate real quick, and I'll let you know. Just normal half plate, please. I don't need all this cast off shit. Normal
Oh, there it
half
goes.
plates. Normal half plate sits at 15.
15 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it 17 plus his original 2 to dexterity makes it 19. Why did
It
you
shouldn't.
get 20?
It shouldn't account for your dex.
I thought you automatically get dex to your AC.
Some the heavier armors don't
Yes,
account
there are.
That's cool. I can't get them. Oh, on my.
for heavier
Forearms.
armors don't let you take it.
Well, I'm also defense fighting style too.
I don't know. That would be at the DM's
I thought I was
discretion.
defense, but I needed. I couldn't remember.
I would, but you're not on my campaign. So.
Off topic. So I'm feathered from elbow up and knee up, but elbow down and knee down I'm bird scale. Can I get tattoos?
Bird skin.
Like maybe between
Because
or
I mean,
on the
chicken
back
feet
side?
still has skin on it.
Like the front, I know for chicken feet they have the front they have the scales, but on the back it's more that
Yeah.
weird skin.
You've reminded I needed to call the tattoo shop to switch my next tattoo.
I mean, I guess technically, he would have to take the feathers off to get to the skin underneath.
Well, not up here, down here. In the non-feathered
Oh.
area.
I don't know. I'll have to do research on that.
Thank you much.
Anyways, how much would it be? You never said price.
For
Bracelets of communication.
oh, that's right.
Something
How
else
about-
you can do on here, you can borrow something that already exists and then edit it.
How about
That's what
150
I'm
gold?
doing. 'Cause
Each?
otherwise,
No,
For the what?
for the whole thing. The spell isn't that powerful. You're basically paying for cost of materials for enchantment, plus I'm going to extend the range.
Okay, for DM's sake, this is basically rings of communication, yeah?
Yeah.
So where we can just basically talk.
Yep.
As long as we want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I missed
How
it. How
long-
much was it?
150 for the lot.
That was it.
What, do you not have your,
I do.
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
how long would it take you to make them, do you think?
A couple days.
We'll be here at least a couple days, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do. Seriously, how much money does your dad have?
None of your business.
Kayla asking, not Alana. Alana doesn't care.
Yeah.
Unless you ask her how much money we have in the inventory. And then I'll tell you. Because, like, seriously, though, that would have left us with not that much money.
That's alright.
I mean, we would have been okay. It's not like we sleep in super fancy places or order a shit ton of food. It's more so we use it for magic items and potions.
Yeah. Well,
So-
some of that money's already dedicated to paying off the rest of the sword when we come to it, too, so.
That's not that much money, though. It's 4... I think
It's
we
only
paid him
another
4 the
15.
first time and then
There's gonna be
3,000
three
on
next,
on
yeah.
the completion of it, so.
But that's still a lot more than 20,
That's true. That's true.
so. And I mean, he gave us an extra 500 gold off anyway, so. I mean, we take those. Let's, did you get it figured out, Jonah?
Yeah,
Or is that, or do you need me to make it and you can just add it from the campaign? kind of thing?
I figured it out.
Okay.
This is the session today. We shopped for new items and now it's
Trying
put
to,
them into D&D
trying to figure out
Beyond.
how to put them into D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Well, homebrewed items are hard. Pre-made items that are already established in D&D Beyond are fairly easy, as you can just click Add to Inventory and equip.
Yeah, I know, but I like homebrew items.
I like homebrew items.
Me too.
There's nothing wrong with it.
It was an attempted ad moderately in D&D Beyond,
Oh,
even
yeah.
though they definitely don't need any ads from us, as hardly anyone watches this.
Plus, I have Sam Regal.
That's very true.
They have some.
And when you have Sam Regal, do you really need anyone else? I don't think so.
Alright. So, with a nice new bundle of freshly purchased items.
Are you putting them in the bag of holding for now, or are you just going to walk around with your new fancy items?
I want to wear my new armor because I can make it look like
That's
that.
fair. You can make yours whatever you
Yeah.
want.
And
Well, we'll just bag
but
of holding the
sling
armor
the
for now.
sling the rapier on and all that jazz. Be fancy.
Jethro's playing with the string of his new bow.
Bow.
Like, wow, wow.
He's going to start playing it like a bass guitar.
He needs to attune to it.
I probably have the that. I guess I have to wait to do. Oh no, I did. I want to make it look so it has the
Okay.
black doublet with the silver buttons and the big white ruff.
Okay.
Is it warm here? Like warmer
I'll
than...
say, what's our weather currently?
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, we're in a giant fucking night dome, but I figure this climate is still the same.
Oh, fuck it, I'll just wear the armor. Put the
given
dust
the
over it.
kind of the
makes
enchantment going along with the
That's not what I wanted there.
the
I'm doing that.
Dome of Night is, it's like a healthy 60-ish.
I need to go back.
Is
and
it?
Adjust.
Do we see clouds? Like, do clouds come through this thing?
Yeah. I would say,
Because that would be a very different kind of dome. Because that would be like fucking Simpsons dome.
yeah, no, clouds do come through.
Like
You
they
don't,
pass through the bubble.
Yeah.
yeah, you don't see any clouds right now, but
Because like night sky, you can still see clouds in the night sky.
Hmm.
So
like you can hear a sound like off in the distance, of like there's probably gonna be.
ooh, Druidcraft. What's the weather gonna be in the next 24 hours?
Rain.
Yes.
You gather that it'll probably start raining sometime around tonight and last until tomorrow evening.
Every time it rains, Orana is literally playing in the rain. Hey guys, it's gonna rain later today, so just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Because I know not everyone's fond of getting wet.
Yeah. Okay, so first off, we're going to remove that.
Where to now?
Well, what else do we need to do while we're in town? Anything? Could think of anybody needs to do anything at all? Or am I stealing note and starting my research?
I'm okay with that.
Because that's my next objective.
Well, we can't do what we planned on me and Jethro for until
Yeah.
my dress is made. So, I mean, Jethro can go do stuff by himself, but
Yeah.
I draw attention wherever I go, so it's best to be just either drawing all the attention or none of the attention.
Yep.
I am very odd looking. And Garm's pretty big, so it's hard to hide him. I mean, you're charismatic, so you could just, sit in the bar while he's playing and talk to people.
Could.
What is your intelligence score? 'Cause you keep calling yourself Big Dumb.
Big dump. Oh, it's 11.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm fine.
Standard intelligence is a 10.
Well,
Standard stat is 10.
yeah.
I looked for it just in case.
I'm gonna go back to his dad's house.
You're going back to the
Yeah.
estate?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go to the backyard.
Okay.
I'm gonna start tanning all of the skins that we got from forever ago.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
shit.
I tanned the wyvern skin, but I haven't tanned anything else.
Fuck, how long has that been?
Not that long.
A week.
No.
No, the wyvern skin is already tanned. We don't have to worry about that. It's
Yeah, because
the
I think you guys did that
the
like
fisher meat,
immediately.
and I did. And the carapace of the cave fisher. That's essentially what I'm doing. Is like drying those out, making those
Okay.
to whatever they can, and then I think one of my
You can turn if
Things
you,
can
you
be-
could essentially dry out the meat into like jerky with some salt and sun.
the and then I'm also going to process the underdark fungus that I've
So you're cooking.
acquired. No, I'm not cooking. Well, okay, I guess I am going to have to cook at least a little bit. But yes, I'm going to prepare all of those things so that I can have them for the purposes that I grabbed them in the first place.
Okay.
Because the blue stock are, blue stock and the barrel stock are going to be transplanted somewhere. I mean, our only base at the current moment is Hupperduke, but I don't know if we're really going to be staying there as our like home base for the campaign or whatever.
You have wrote down what those fungi do?
Yes, I do.
Because I'd have to look back at my notes to find out. Morzog, nope. Garm?
I'm still trying to figure out adding stuff in. So here it says that the glamour studded leather is not attuned.
It doesn't require attunement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so she doesn't
Okay.
have to worry about attuning?
Nope.
Oh, I thought you said yes earlier, so
yeah.
our bad.
Okay. Cool. Because I found it.
Well, he said no, but we were asking what the confusion was whether the Misty Dagger needed to be attuned, kind of thing. And
Misty Dagger needs
Yeah,
to be
it
attuned.
does. The rapier did not.
Alright.
I've added that, and I need to figure out that. I got it added in. I just had to add it to my character.
D&D Beyond. Plug add here.
And then I didn't see arrow dragon slaying, but I found arrow slaying, so I was like, oh,
So, yeah,
works.
because arrow slaying can be attuned to whatever. It could be a arrow of orc slaying if you wanted it to be,
Yeah.
whatever. But
So what are the special arrows that the bow... Oh, I have the card, never mind. I suppose
I was
it
gonna
would
say
actually be active.
it says on the card. He can essentially.
That's feared, not charmed.
It's
Well, also,
considered.
don't forget, you
It's
have
considered
plus
charmed
arrows.
for the.
Yeah, I've got 20.
It's considered charmed for the aspect
I just
of
remember.
resistances.
Yeah.
So like
And
something
maybe
that is
crossbow
immune to
or
fear but
something.
not immune to being
Yeah.
charmed, it is considered charmed.
Interesting.
I should have bolts for the.
It's less of a he gets scared and more of a like, oh, I'm just gonna walk away now.
I need to do my grapple hook.
Okay. That's what I'm doing for the rest of the night. I don't know how this is done.
Garm, what you doing? You tagging along with them, or are you gonna go do something by yourself?
Where's everyone gone? I'm not paying attention at all. I'm trying to figure this out.
Well, me and her are going to do some
The
research.
dog is with you, by the way.
The dog is always with me.
I'm sorry,
be
that
your
probably smells
best
like pizza,
friend.
but it's better to be on that than to be on just straight thing. Oh. Oh.
She'll get it.
Eventually.
Bye, Lincoln. Have fun.
See,
So they're doing their book learning.
Mhm.
What are you guys doing?
I'm going to
You're tanning
His-
and making stuff.
yeah,
right?
I'm tanning,
Okay.
drying out stuff. I know Jethro said he was going to go to a bar and listen
Play.
to local rumors and gossip and all that stuff.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you, Double. There you go. Good girl. No, there's anything else. I just wanted to help you turn around.
Yeah.
So I'm having a hard time. There we go. There you go. No, sit.
now we really do have a dog in our midst.
Yeah.
She'll go sit in her kennel in a second. She realizes she has nowhere else to
Figure it
go.
out.
We're gonna go not leaving the bar by himself.
just
That's
there.
terrible
so you're,
idea.
so you're going with Jethro.
He used to
So-
leave the bar by himself.
You and Jethro head off to. He starts at a place called the Dims Inn, which is a purple wooded building that's 3 stories tall. And as you walk in, you can tell that business is definitely booming. Like a lot of the tables are. A lot of the tables have people sitting and just enjoying a drink and talking, and there's definitely plenty of chatter.
We do need to tell David when he comes back that we just spent all our gold and we're broke now.
Yep.
Hey, get out of there. Out.
And he's just kind of gives you a.
Bless you.
Oh, excuse me.
Did you go with Jethro?
You can go with Joe.
He's like, all right, act natural, and then just kind of like
Wait,
zips
you
off,
don't act natural.
zips off into the crowd. The dog just is kind of staring at everybody, looks up at you like, what do we do now?
Garm actually has good charisma. He should be fine.
Yeah.
Should be fine. Now we're just gonna sit at the bar and make sure, because elf people who don't like elves.
Which he is getting quite a few looks, but again, he's just kind of like, he like zips into the crowd and is just like, talking with people with this big smile, and
I'm just here to make sure he doesn't get jumped.
Make sure he doesn't get dandelioned.
Mm-hmm.
So I might have slept with the princess. Or the lord's daughter. Dandelion. Well, just got caught sleeping with the lord's daughter.
Anything specific or special that you wanted to do while you're at the bar, or do you want me to move on to the
Yeah,
other two?
I'm just here to watch him.
Okay.
And Jethro's trying to listen for information on the Hythenos and
Right.
I'm just here to make sure yeah.
Listen to the general bar gossip. What time of day is it at this point? I mean, we got up somewhat early in the morning.
Yeah. With the
But
travel
traipsing across
that
town.
with the travel that you guys have had to, go across town and through different sections of the, or different parts of the Gallimaufry, it's somewhere around like noonish at this point. You've been walking around for quite a bit.
can I see that? I can make that bow for him and then add it to his stuff. That way you don't have to worry about it later.
So now on to Note and Morzok.
So no and Morzog.
Like he added, requires attunement by a bard.
Yeah, no. Specifically has to be attuned by a bard.
I believe
Yeah,
that he
but I
just
can tell-
added the buy a bard
I
later.
can tell it was
in.
added later.
Yeah. Yeah, because I forgot, and I was like, yeah, nobody else could use this, like, to its full potential. Because it specifically buffs bard spells.
Yeah.
So, the place that you know that you need to go is specifically the Marble Tomes Conservatory.
Yes.
Which is in the Firmaments. So you're heading back to the nicer, richer part of town.
Marble what?
Marble Tome.
Oh, that's it. Just Marble Tome.
Marble Tomes Conservatory.
Ah.
As you approach, you see a beautiful series of structures with 2 towers that bookend each side of the complex. Inside is a series of adjoining hallways that are somewhat rounded at the top and cylindrical in shape. An elaborate series of connecting domed halls come to rounded tops and show warm orange light inside. As you come in, you can see there's like a front desk that is helmed by a little goblin that like is sitting in like kind of like a big stool and like looks over and good afternoon. How can I help you today? He's like looking up at you.
Yeah. So we're looking for, well, a couple different things. Do we have access to public records?
I mean, by definition of public records, everyone has access to public records. But
I mean,
whether they have
here.
something called public records
Yes.
is a different story. Filling in times will be a good thing.
I know.
Well, what kind of public records?
The public records of, you know, who owns land where.
That can be arranged.
Okay, we want that. Specifically on Hythenos.
Credentials.
Hmm?
Credentials.
Just curious. I mean, it should be public record. Should know who owns what where. That way I'm not trespassing. I'm also looking into history of a particular weapon. I don't have a name, but I have a design. I want to know if there's any lore or history I can find on this weapon.
He turns, the stool turns, and you hear like a little squeak, and he jumps down. Follow me. And he just kind of like, he's like bebopping along down, trying to stay out of your gate, because one of your steps is like 3 of his, and
Yeah.
He's basically running while
Yeah,
Warzog's doing a
booking
casual
it, and
walk.
I'm chilling.
He brings you to a large room that kind of looks like your stereotypical library of like multiple long tables in the center, you know, shelves of books along the walls. And he kind of goes back into like this area that's kind of like a side room that looks like it has a lot of books that look uniform, like leather binding with little strips that have numbers on them.
Mm-hmm.
He pulls off a book and comes back into the room, slaps it on a table. Now, wait here. And he walks away for a second. He pokes his head in another room. That's got off to the side, and you hear some talking a little bit. And comes back with a drow woman that kind of walks over, is wearing a nice kind of like dark like a dark purple kind of like robe and jacket ensemble. I'm being told you're looking for a certain historical artifact of some sort.
It's a weapon of some sort. From what we've heard, it's a great sword.
What,
The blade is goes from like a purplish to a reddish. There's it's kind of an open wing bird cross guard thing, you know, nice overlapping feathers, you know, just a general.
that was, yeah, cool, neat, awesome. I'm unfamiliar with the marking. I could, I can pull a few tomes and see what I can find.
It'd be greatly appreciated.
To be honest, it'll probably be a trudge through some pages that probably don't mean anything, but maybe we'll land on something.
Can I use my researcher skill to give her, because I should know where to look, to give her a heads up on.
This is why I bring her.
Good job.
Great job.
So what is it
Context.
you
Let me
know where to look or something like that? I can't
Switch back
remember what.
over.
If she doesn't,
she
know
doesn't
it,
know
she
it, she
knows how
knows.
to find it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Where to go to obtain the information it is. It's just
So
Here.
okay. So with the use, so with with a little help for the
Found it.
the purveyor of the conservatory, both of you kind of like wander through the shelves, and you can get a glimpse of how their system works as far as organization. So you're like almost as deftly as she is, like, oh, you know, it should be right here, and you start pulling a couple of books and like stacking them up. You walk over to the table and
Handed
deposit
them to
them.
him.
Well, you're helping me figure this out.
Yeah, but you can carry all the books.
Yeah, I
There
can
you
carry
go.
all the books.
This one, this one, this one is a stack of this tall.
Um,
I'm gonna ask for a library card.
I mean, he is the library card, though.
it doesn't work that way, dear.
Worth a try. I figure if they have to stack books back, they'd have a cart to do it.
Wait, did you say card?
Cart.
Or cart?
Cart.
Oh,
Cart.
okay, that's different. I thought you said card. I'm like, it doesn't work like that here. Yeah. So,
No. Books stay here.
Yeah.
You don't take books anywhere.
Yeah. So, but with the help of a cart, yeah, sure.
See, I always imagine that magical libraries like this, or
Just- yeah.
libraries in magical places like this, are the library from Hogwarts where they just
Float.
they put the book up and it just floats back to whatever shelf it's supposed to.
So you amass a nice little couple stacks, about 5 or 6 books high of various like weapons through history, and I mean, and it's different things. It's like weapons in history, it's combat tactics, it's blacksmithing techniques, like just anything that would have to do with like weapons or a great sword or anything like that. You basically did the Control F and then typed in greatsword, and it just popped up all this stuff. You wheel it back to a table. Anything else before we settle down?
No, I think that's it for the time being.
Okay.
Are there any? Do you have a collection of, like, maps of the city, things like that?
We do indeed. I would be able to provide that if you would like.
Okay.
She wanders off and comes back with a rolled up, like tube of something.
And do we have to talk to you about getting the public records we want, or is that someone else we have to go find?
That's this, and she taps on the first book that was brought out of the side room by the goblin. Which it's a pretty thick book, like.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm typing out your wall of text here.
Sorry.
You're fine.
I tried to make it. I tried to word it as simply as possible as most magic items are. So. because I wanted to get the wording correct on the specifics. I didn't want to take it to the back of the note card, but it ended up having to go to the back of the note card.
You also write pretty big.
Yeah, it's alright. And this is a once a day thing, right?
Yep. Once a day, he can expend a spell slot to fire a charm arrow, basically. And the more spell slots he wants to burn for it, the higher the DC is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start skimming.
Okay. So you just grab one of the books and flop it down, open it up, and start flipping through. Which one are you doing first, Morzog? Looking for the sword or looking through the records?
Records first.
Okay, records first. And you're
Let me
looking
know
for
if
what
you
now?
need to copy anything down.
Yeah. Well, we'll probably copy all this information down that way we can take it back and have it on hand.
You're looking for Hythanos
Hythanos Holdings.
holdings?
Pretty much their property holdings and pretty much anything I can find tied to them.
Okay. So what you find is he has a manor with land in the firmaments, which you kind of already knew that.
Yeah, the Hythanos Manor.
Yeah. You also know that he has a couple of warehouses on the south side of the Gallimaufry, kind of on the edge of town. Given the location that it has written down, it's kind of on the south side of the town, right before it starts to crest up into the mountain itself. And from there, it looks like he has a couple of storage places.
He doesn't have any business property anywhere else in town other than just the warehouses.
None that are listed.
He just transports the goods back and forth. So he doesn't actually sell them himself, right?
That's what I'm finding out.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Like
he
there
could have
isn't
had
a...
he could have created a business and stuff left, as far as I know. No, but he could have a front somewhere. I mean, you got to run the money through somewhere. So
Launder the money.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Just be a second.
But as far as Hythanos holdings, like property-wise, that's what you find.
Okay.
Is some storage spaces on the south side and his manor.
Whenever someone says launder the money, I literally think of
Yeah.
laundry.
Well, and that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. It's gotta
It is
give
the same principle.
It's got to
Wash
give it a
it
distressed look, doesn't it? Isn't that why they do it? I don't remember.
when they make counterfeit money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It gives it a distressed look by putting it.
But that has nothing to do with the laundering of the money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Laundering of money means change it from dirty money made from ill-gotten gains to legitimate money.
Yes.
Buying of properties conveniently at extremely elevated prices and not having inhabitants in said property. Like, I don't know, a couple of different political figures we're aware of. That's considered laundering money.
Didn't I say that? That'd be big money, but didn't I say that?
Look, Tyrion Darrington's dad may have had some really elevated property prices, but nothing was ever said that he was laundering money.
I meant IRL, but yeah, that works too.
Trying to keep it non-political, but okay.
Technically, it's my channel. You're just posting things on it.
That's fair.
Fix it later. Okay. How you doing with it right now? I'm trying to think. Can you think of anything else?
Oh, this is before the times of blueprints, isn't it?
No, shouldn't.
no.
Really shouldn't be.
No,
I mean,
blueprints
blueprints go back very
and
far.
blueprints are usually public record as well.
Yeah. She's right.
On some places, yeah. You wouldn't find blueprints of a person's house or anything, but
No, but in common buildings like the warehouses, we would.
Yeah.
Well, and technically, it depends. A lot of times when houses are built, they have to be approved, by some kind of committee. So blueprints do have to be presented to make sure, it's inhabitable and safe to be able to live in.
Now, they have to be safe and approved, but whether they add other things on after that blueprint has been
Well, yes.
approved is something completely different and likely to happen with
Base
cheap deals.
blueprints should be available even for the housing. But that's kind of
So are you asking for a blueprint to Hythnos' manor?
And his warehouses.
That'll be a 10 gold fee.
No, shit. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. She hands you over a she hands you over the four like scroll tubes basically.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't wrote on any blueprints because I didn't think that was going to be a thing, but that's a thing. So the three of them that you get are of the warehouses.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere around like 100 by 100, roughly.
I'm
There's
just gonna have no copy of them all. So.
yeah,
Yeah. That's us.
because of your forgery ability.
Yeah.
They have like roughly a cookie cutter design, of just like 100 by 100 square that has a like a little space in the corner that's been cut out.
But with the
That's-
blueprints, we'd be able to tell if we were familiar enough with them if something had been changed. So like, oh well, this there's like 10 feet missing off this room.
Yeah.
In the corner is like a cutout little part where they have like a couple of offices.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically it. You'd imagine that there's shelving in there, but seeing as how it's not in the blueprint, it's probably built shelving that was put on later, just by using your imagination. The manor, okay, I actually do have a map for that, but I'm not going to show it because it has things on it that you can't see. So the manor itself is 2 stories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 guest bedrooms, 1 master. That's on the second floor, and on the first floor is a large foyer with a staircase that leads upward in the middle. And given the blueprint, you see a large kitchen that's in the very back, kind of behind the staircase, that is connected to a dining room off to the left that sits right next to a I think that was pull my key here. That is connected to a sitting room. And on the other end of the estate is a office and a ballroom. And upstairs is a bunch of bedrooms. There is one part of the manor that has no labeling to it, that's in the very upper right corner, because there's the kitchen and then there's a section of it that's like connected to it, that is definitely walled off, but it's just like a square that just sits in this upper right corner that is not labeled, and doesn't tell what it is, or it's almost like it doesn't even have any dimensions to it at all, and just immediately it goes from kitchen to office, and then you just see this square, and it's like,
Is it on the second floor above the kitchen?
first
Or
floor.
is it between the kitchen and ballroom?
It is between the kitchen and the office.
Now, the exterior of the manor, is it just 4 walls, or is there a balcony and overlook?
4 walls.
Okay.
The back end of it has on the upper floor, at least, kind of has like a little part as you go along, like the sidewalls. It kind of does like a little jet kind of deal. but you don't see there. It looks like there's a balcony. It would be on a balcony on the back of the house, which would be where the master bedroom is. But
So there is a balcony.
yeah, sorry.
Okay.
But there is just the one balcony, and it's on the bedroom.
Is there a basement? Storage underneath it?
Nothing pictured.
You could check that in my personal thing.
Before or after we get the rings of communication?
Maybe. We'll see how it
We
goes.
could do the like Mission Impossible. So I'm climbing through this vent right now.
Don't mind me.
That's all I can think of, unless you can think of something else for just general information, because we're going to have to find their books, probably either at the warehouse or the house, so...
They're books and they're real books.
Well, that's what I mean. They're real books, so I don't give a shit about what,
They're books.
Yeah. Gotta track the money going somehow, so...
Yeah.
So, with that being said, Greysword.
Both of you make not intelligence, investigation checks for me.
I am decent in investigation. I'm really decent in investigation.
Screw
You got this?
it. I rolled a 2.
Oh, no.
Plus 6. So 8.
Okay.
22.
So you guys have acquired like a nice, healthy helping of books on weaponry and forging of weaponry and all these different subjects. And as you pour through, you guys have been here for hours looking through books, and your eyes hurt. Morzog, you can feel like a headache sprouting in the back of your, like right behind your skull. And it's just you pour through and you don't come across anything that has to do with a sword with a bird design on it or a red blade or anything like that. You come across techniques on how to make a blade that color, but or through a forging process, but nothing that is pertaining to this one particular weapon.
Okay.
Did he happen to notice anything pertaining to the broken sword?
The one we're trying to get fixed?
Yeah. Like the
That'd be
symbol
fair.
on it or anything like that?
No. Nothing on that either.
Anything else you can think of over here?
Anything on paladin blood?
I mean, we could always look into it.
Yeah, but you don't know anything about it, and it would require him to disclose that
Unless
information.
he had told you before.
Yeah. No, that's going to be for a different time. I ain't going to go into that right now.
Garm.
Gear quack.
Question: would an Oathbreaker paladin still count?
He was specifically given a certain alignment, basically, of paladin.
I mean, does Oathbreaker paladin have to necessarily be evil? It just means if they broke their oath, whatever their oath was.
Usually they're like 99% of the time they are evil.
Yeah.
Because
No.
the
I
powers that are given to them are geared toward that way. So Garm,
Mhm.
so the amount of hours that your friends have been gone you've heard the same ditty 5 times. Jethro has told the same joke to every group of people in this room.
I think he would be, well, way more versed than that.
Yeah, but it's his favorite joke. It's his go-to when he's meeting somebody. So
You have taken the dog to the back alley twice, and Bastion very noticeably is extremely bored. So what have you been doing?
beating his head against the wall.
Debating murdering the bard.
Gambling.
I'm just been sitting here listening, making sure nobody gets uppity.
Nobody has seemed to have gotten uppity. But as the hours go by, you're starting to wonder. It's hard to tell time of day, and that's kind of what makes it worse. Is like there is no sun to tell you how long it's been that you've been here, because it's perpetual darkness.
Yeah.
Everything here is lit by this dim green kind of lantern that's just everywhere. It seems to give off enough light to where it seems like you don't have to rely on your dark vision, but at the same time not bright enough to irritate the drow that call this place home. Jethro finally, after you don't know how long, finally comes and saunters up next to you and just kind of plops his head in his hand, and he goes, I have played the same song so many times, I can't get anything. Nobody knows anything here.
Oh, so we've just been fucking off this whole time.
I've been trying to squeeze these guys for everything they have.
Don't make a scene. Don't make a scene.
There's another tavern if you want to go try it, but
Absolutely not.
you want to just go try to find everybody?
You sure? Let's just. Bastion's bored. Let's go for a walk.
He yawns again. Alright, fine. So you saunter back out onto the road, the dog padding along next to you. You can hear his claws kind of click against the stone walkways. Just. So where are you headed back? You headed back to the estate, or where?
Yeah, we might as well head back to the estate.
Okay.
There's no reason for us to run all the way out there.
So, after some hours, Ilrana, you've made a couple of the fungi into the almost bread-like loaves that you know that they turn into. And as you kind of finish making one, Garm, Jethro, and Bastion all walk into the front door. Jethro looks exhausted. Garm looks bored. And,
I'm in the backyard.
Oh. Well, you hear them come up to the door. Anyway.
Okay.
And you two, are you pressing for anything else, or are you...
Can we get cookies on the way home?
Sure.
Okay.
Beyond that, just to make sure I'm right. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all.
Okay.
The No, we'll let it go. We won't do that.
No?
No.
Okay. So you exit the Marble Tomes Conservatory. You make a little detour to a small bakery, and it costs you like 3 silver for a dozen cookies.
$30.
They're really good cookies.
Hey, if they're good cookies, I'll pay for good cookies. I mean, as a fat kid,
You ever been to that Insomnia Cookies place?
There's a place called Insomnia Cookies.
Yeah, they're open until like 4 in the morning.
Okay. Stoner food.
It is the singular best cookie I've ever had in my life.
Singular.
Yes, they sell like milk and stuff too. It's a wonderful place.
Yes.
wonderful.
While we're in there,
Okay.
sweets.
What kind of sweets?
Well, we're in a bakery, so there's gonna be like cookies and.
There's cookies. There is freshly baked bread that's still in the loaf, which it's not in an oven, but it sits on the pan, and you can still see the steam rising
We've
off
been
of it.
eating rations and
No,
weird
I'm
food
saying-
for like the past month, so.
I mean,
Node has had enough
Have a general
rations.
shopping list of what you want here, and
Fuck
Want
your
some of that
MRE.
one? Ooh, that one looks good. I want some of that one. When I go to a bakery, I'm just like, that looks good. I want that one. That's got cream in it. I want that one.
Yeah, fair enough.
So something tells me you walk out with more than cookies. You can. I mean, there's a combination of cookies, bread, tarts, sweet rolls, just anything anything under the sun almost, which is funny because you're in darkness. How much do you want to walk out with?
Just a gold coin.
Okay.
I was like, you did it. Pick a number.
I was gonna say a gold coin will fetch you quite a bit. So.
Listen.
Ouch. So Morzog, you were told cookies on the way home, and you came out with
Yeah, I guess so.
much more.
She helped me. I ain't gonna fight it.
They put all of your stuff in a nice like woven basket. They put like a nice little like towel over it to make sure all the warm things stay warm, and they hand it to you, and take your gold coin and wish you a good day. And you guys are just heading back to the estate?
Yeah.
Alright.
At least for now, we gotta figure out what's our next game plan here. So.
As you come back, you can kind of, as you're approaching the door, you can kind of see at an angle, you can see Elrana's she's picking up pieces of the shell from the cave fisher, and is just she inspects it, and then she takes it over to a section and puts it in a pile.
So, Elrana.
Yeah.
With Druidcraft,
Mm-hmm.
because you can replicate plants and all that jazz,
Mm-hmm.
can you replicate sugarcane from sugar?
Indeed.
Good to know.
Though, Elrana has absolutely no idea what sugar cane is, but
Well, wait.
But you need to give her the sweets because she loved the cookies earlier.
I know.
Sugar cane from sugar? Because I'm pretty sure she would have to have the
That's not it.
sugar cane itself.
yes, that's what that's what I had assumed you meant. You said it incorrectly, but I
sorry.
assumed that's what you meant.
Well, okay, the other way around. Well, so we can
The
get-
sugar itself that is made from sugar cane, no, I cannot just replicate that. You give me sugar cane, I can replicate that.
Okay.
I'm just imagining you replicating just a pile of granular sugar in your hand going, nah.
Wide-eyed zoomies.
I am heckin' efficient for the next hour, and then I'm gonna crash.
Yeah.
She gets done explaining something, turns around to go start her next project, and just face plants.
It's not that bad. It's usually just, okay, I need to sit down for a second. Take a snack nap. Okay, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Basket.
Xana and Zor both come in and go, oh, cookies, and reach to take one apiece.
Not my cookies. I ain't gonna stop
I'm not eating it all, so
you.
I don't
And
think I'd want to eat it all. I'd wanna
Then they're just standing there in the kitchen, just munching on a cookie.
What time of evening is it now?
Oh. It was noon when he got there.
Yeah, I was gonna say
No.
the amount of times that you guys have spent pouring through books. You're like, if you could see the sun is going down.
Okay, that's fine.
Because you guys had a heckin' quite a bit of books. You poured through records. I mean, yeah, it's been a while.
Well, that's fine. I'm gonna take off my nicer clothes and go ahead and
Kick off the
half
duster
plate
and undo
Yeah.
the top button.
undo the top button and just put my half plate on over it. That way, a little bit extra, in between. Don't need no runner nipples here. And kind of gather my things up, and I'm gonna tell Garm to do the same. And me and Garm are gonna go on a walk.
Oh boy. Why are we going on a walk?
If anything, I'd assume you'd be like, finally doing something I care about.
Well, he may not even care about it, but I think me and Garm are gonna go on a walk.
So you slip on your new
Mm-hmm.
stealthy Kreen armor.
Stealthy. I'm still a big ass orc, but yes,
Yeah.
stealthy. Just no more disadvantage.
You don't want armor that goes jingle, jingle, jingle.
Yeah. So.
You still have jingle jangle armor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I still do.
But get your shit together, like we're going raiding kind of thing.
Zan and Zor see you come down in armor and go, "We're gonna go have fun."
No, not yet.
Ah.
Maybe soon. But this is another thing.
All right. You go have your secret lover meeting. And
Yeah.
Zan walks off. As you're heading toward the door with Morzog, the dog walks up next to you and starting to follow you out the door.
The dog follows me everywhere.
Well, you can tell him to stay if you want to, but I mean, quite frankly, I don't care. You can
Oh,
bring
the
the
dog badge can come with.
Mm.
That sword that I got forever ago, that was a short sword, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. That makes life. Okay.
a lot easier. Yeah.
No, the long sword was easier.
Oh, yeah. So.
I have to put it in that I'm using it to do the slash and not the stab.
Ah.
Because it goes off my dex when I pull it in.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
technically a finesse weapon.
technically, if it's not
Finesse states that you can use strength or dex, not
yeah, it just defaults to dex in a thing, so I have to put in the plus and then remember that it's slashing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to take a walk to the Hythenos mansion.
The manor?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you just walking through the street, or are you going to stealth the whole way there?
Oh no, we're just walking through the street.
I'm not stealthing
Making our way
anywhere.
downtown, walking fast, faces fast.
Quick,
So,
pass without a trick.
from-
Go.
From where you're at, the Hythenos Manor is on basically the other side of the firmament. It's not really parallel, but just on the other side.
Yeah.
Shit, I gotta bring up the map now. Alright. I didn't think it was gonna go this way, but I'm happy that it did. Alright, so as you
Well, you
walk
think
through-
so? You don't even know what I have planned yet.
I don't, but this is gonna be fun.
I don't know what's going on either. I'm just here.
Yeah.
So as you are both suited up and walking through the firmaments, you pass a couple of people, some of them solo, some of them together, kind of just talking, conversing. Don't seem to really pay you much mind. You come up to a gated, a walled and gated estate that is a large marble white building with purple shingles that go across the top, large pillars in front, very kind of that southern plantation kind of style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I knew what I meant.
Yeah.
No, you said it correctly.
Yeah. You're fine.
You can see the veins of black that kind of course through the marble and kind of wind around. You also make out that there seems to be a couple of guards that are... There are two at the front door, and then there's one at the front door, and then a couple that seems to kind of wander the grounds.
So, are the front door meaning gate or front door meaning house?
Front door meaning house.
Oh,
The gate has no guards
okay.
at the current moment in time.
Yeah. Well, I think me and Garm are just gonna set up shop just right outside their gate here. I'll throw this axe on the ground, lean on it, and me and you just gonna shoot the shit for a little bit.
Okay, here we are.
Have a nice little talk. You know.
We like leaning up against a building or something, or
No, we're just outside the gate. Like I put my axe into the ground, kind of thing. I'm just leaning on it. We're just standing here bullshitting, looking at the house. Just kind of watching the guards move around the place, and taking in the house as we just shoot the shit.
Okay. As you're standing there, you can see just the one guard that's just looking out towards the gate. Every now and then he kind of does like a little, pass through of side to side, but he mostly just stands staring forward. You can see the normal Kreen armor. He's holding kind of like a shield strapped to his arm and like a silver, a metal silver shaft that leads up to a spearhead that kind of flares out into almost like a teardrop look. The two other guards kind of come up either side of the house and meet in the middle. And then they stand in the middle and just kind of like, they bullshit for a second, like glancing toward the windows on the house of like, are we being watched? And then they talk to each other a little more. And when they think they've stood there long enough, they kind of break off and head back.
have they like noticed us?
We're
not hiding by no means.
I was gonna say, you're not really hiding, so...
We're just
That
there.
doesn't mean they've noticed you. They could be very bad guards.
Our interaction with guards so far has been, they're terrible.
I am, so...
it seems like one of them noticed you. Well, one of them had looked at you guys, but as you're just standing there talking to each other, he just kind of passes it off.
One of them is slightly less terrible.
Seems like one of them was playing lookout, looking toward the house and making sure they weren't being noticed for slacking off.
Yeah.
The one at the front door definitely notices you. He kind of just been watching you guys talk to each other.
Yeah. Well, we'll wait for the next round of guards to come around and flag one down.
Okay. So you wait for somewhere around 10 minutes as they come back up the sides of the house and they stand in the middle. You say you're going to flag one down?
Yeah.
Alright, so one of them breaks off and just kind of tells the other guy, like, hey, come with me real quick.
Yeah.
And they walk up to the gate and
Oh, only two of them? That's not enough men.
yes, what can I help you with?
Man, it looks like you got a... Well, first off, what is this place, man? This is, gated and got its own guards. I mean, damn.
This is Hythanos Estate.
They pay well? I mean, we're just kind of passing through and just kind of, got curious as we wandered by. Could be looking for work and just trying to find, something that suits our builds a little better than, bussing tables or...
Something a bit better for our disposition.
Yeah.
It pays fine, but what would Shatterstep be wanting to do working for Hythanos?
Man, I left here forever ago and just kind of, kind of had it out with Dad and just kind of looking to stick it to him a little bit. I mean, I know there's some kind of history here, but I don't really care. I just need a little bit of money. I mean, when you get cut off and you're kind of broke, it kind of happens.
Make a deception check.
Sure. 14. It was a 16 with a -2. I mean, it was okay.
Could have been worse.
It could have been worse.
One of them goes, well, if you want a job here, you'll have to take it up with the boss man. But I don't know. We'll see.
Is he here? How do I get a hold of him?
The boss is busy at the moment. Not really taking any visitors.
I'm in town for a few days. I mean, we're gonna go see if he has an open in his schedule. I mean, shit, you never know when he might need decent help.
I'll see what I can do.
We're just gonna ignore that slide, aren't we?
Yeah, it's alright. When you guys get off? I mean, me and my partner here could use a stretch, and you look like capable people.
We're the night shift, so we're here all night.
Well, I mean, you feel like it in the morning. We'll be around. Not doing too much. And then I think me and Garm will take our little wander off here and just kind of, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Have a good night. And they walk away from the gate. Continue on their little path.
So we're gonna make a run here, just in case. We're just gonna wander around for a little bit. We ain't heading straight back to the house. We're
Sure.
gonna kind of meander and make sure we're not being followed and see what's going on here.
Please tell me somebody's following us.
Right?
Go ahead and just both of you make a perception check.
Ooh, that ain't bad. That ain't bad.
Oh, you, but then I'm out.
That's 18.
Okay.
I'm actually good at perception.
I'm not.
You kind of take some odd directions, kind of making sure to purposefully turn and
Double back.
And go different ways that you wouldn't. As you do every so many corners, you kind of like look over your shoulder, and nobody seems to be following you.
That's interesting. Okay, fair enough. We're just gonna make our way back to the estate. We'll come in the back way and kind of make sure we're not seen coming in and out.
You're going into the Hythenos estate?
No.
Oh, back to your estate.
Back to your,
okay.
my estate.
Alright, so you head back to your estate. You end up hopping through a thing of hedges to make it in the back way. And make sure you're not seen.
Yeah.
Which, based on your previous perception, you're 99% sure you're not being followed. But
Never know, rogues and stuff.
What's Bastion's perception check?
Yeah.
Better than mine.
pretty good. He didn't notice anything.
I mean, I trust the dog. So, I think we're going to go ahead and we'll probably kind of turn in for the night, eat, and we'll pile in and have a discussion about how we want to move forward with this. So,
about the time you start making it home, you start hearing like a low rumbling sound outside. And you listen again. And it starts raining.
hey, rain. We'll have to breathe
After going
around
back
that as fast
inside
as we
to,
can.
I don't know, eat food, I suppose. After hearing the rain, I'd run outside and play in the rain.
Okay.
And I'm going to stand at the door and holler at, "Hey, we need to talk! Get back in here. You can
Okay,
go
fine.
play in a minute." Minutes. So we'll just, we'll pile up into my room.
Okay.
And then I will,
The dog occupies your bed.
yeah, of course he does, asshole. We'll share at least the base of the blueprints that we found, that I had note copy here. And we'll give a brief rundown of our interactions with the guards and just what we see from their movements.
We almost got to have fun.
Well, we'll go back in the morning. I mean, they said, they're the night shift. We'll kind of just wander through. So, well, don't do it. That would be dumb. Like, I can reach that fan.
Nah.
That was that look, though, was I can reach that
I'm
fan.
not saying he can't.
Yeah,
It's just not a good idea.
not a good idea. And then kind of decide how we want to, what we would like to look into first. So, probably make our way down towards the warehouses.
Yeah. I don't know where isn't
It's
that
fine.
supposed to be? It's fine there? Okay.
Yeah,
good.
it's fine.
Probably make our way down and investigate the warehouses
As a
first before trying to invade the estate. But
As a group, or
we're probably going to send you and just have kind of everyone else fairly close. And kind of see, And I don't know if we would like to do that this evening. Because it's technically dark all the time, so it really doesn't matter.
yeah,
I mean, we don't have to try, nighty-night sneak.
it's always 99.
But, well, I mean, there may be less guards during the day because it's, they expect, But who knows?
There's probably gonna be more guards tomorrow because we've been looking into it, and they're gonna be.
Yeah, we'll see. If the
So-
word gets back around, Just kind of see what's going on, so.
Because the people at the library didn't necessarily know who you were, but the guards
Yeah.
knew who you were right away.
Yeah, I've been going for a while. People tend to forget. They recognize the name, not so much me, so. Which is, I'm all fine for it, so. But is there any other ideas to float out here? Any at all?
Do we want to go tonight or in the morning?
Well, that was kind of the question. I mean,
Do they have like parties and stuff?
parties?
I mean, I've heard that's good ways to get in houses usually.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, I don't know if they have any parties, and if we were to throw a party, then the guards would still be there and everything else, which is less people. But I mean, it could be a thing. I mean, it's not exactly like we're on friendly terms. So. But.
We could yeet the rogue over the fence. Just yeet the rogue over the fence and have her go check the house out.
Why are we? Well, you can use a grapple hook to.
And yeah, I wanted to throw the.
Stop trying to throw the rope when we can just dig under the wall.
That's true enough. I forget you guys can do that.
I forgot too.
You and your fancy.
I mean,
schmancy
it'd
earth
probably
magic.
be nice to get recon, see if she can get into the office.
How far away is their house from your
Opposite
house?
side of the
Is the
district.
opposite-
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
opposite
Do you
side.
have any family or friends family friends who live adjacent to their house?
I don't have any
Does your
family friends
dad
in town.
have any or your brothers have any family friends who live adjacent to the house?
Well, I don't know about the brothers. I mean, I have no friend. I don't like being in the dynasty anymore. I don't keep friends and keep ties here. The only reason I'm here is because my father's here and
Well,
just let us here.
the reason
so.
why I ask is we could go from one basement to the other since we have the blueprints.
Well, that's if there is a basement. We didn't know if there is a basement. But we can
Maybe
dig
there's-
a hole far enough out that it doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to go from one basement to another. We can just go from
makes it
behind one house to
easier
another, and
Just make a
we,
basement.
we can cover our trails. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if we wanted to, we could shut up shop right underneath the damn place. But I mean, it may be an easy way in. I just don't know.
I think it'd be a good idea to at
Time
least have
get
her try tonight to get into the office. Because there's likely at least going to be... Or we could just go check out the properties.
in.
That big warehouse. Wasn't there one main warehouse? Right?
He has
Those
3
three.
warehouses. There was no like main one, but
Or at least go check out those. Those will likely be less guarded than his house.
Depends on what's in the warehouse.
That's fair, but that's also more information, so...
Sure, let's do the warehouses this evening. I mean,
We
the
could all go
house-
do the warehouse as opposed
Yeah.
to just her doing the...
Yeah, we'll stay. Well, and we won't even send her just to the manor. Me and Garm's going to take another walk in the morning, and we can kind of distract the guards as she,
So I know
gets
how,
in.
I know
Set
how
up
we
a
feel about the
precedent,
forest.
Yeah.
But how do
So-
we feel about the warehouse being lit up in flames?
I know, probably not very happy. But, yeah, if we want to this evening, sure, we can
It's a good way to get attention.
make that trip and see what we find.
Kayla, question. How does one spell warehouse?
W-A-R-E.
House.
Not where, like bear.
I know there's a couple different ways you could spell that, so I was just...
I know, it's okay.
I can't spell, and there, with that sound, there's a couple different ways people like to spell the English language is hard.
Question.
W-A-R-E
No
as in
question.
Khajiit has wares.
If we
Still
were in
wouldn't
the
have known how to spell
warehouse, am I allowed to take things from there?
I don't know. We'll cross that path if we get there.
Okay.
Wait, what was your question?
If I'm not supposed to be stealing,
Oh, okay. I see what
Oh,
you're getting
buddy.
What's up?
at. I think you just scared her.
So, but yeah, we can make that trip tonight. I mean, hell, we can even grab Zan and Zor if we want to.
I don't know. I mean, Zor seems to be able to be somewhat stealthy, but if he'd want to go with or not.
I mean, they seemed interested in going, so.
That's true. Do we trust the house to be able to keep watch of the dad just in case?
I don't think anything's gonna happen yet. I think it's too.
Okay.
That would really set in motion a lot of bad. So, I mean,
while we're sneaking around warehouses, they're sneaking around Dad's house. Kind of thing.
Y'all just switch places.
yeah, right. But
They're trying to get dirt
kind
on
of
you.
That
that
made me
kind of
think that
action
the-
would set a
Spider-Man
lot of
meme where they're
bad
pointing at each
juju.
other.
So I don't expect them to try anything, especially in town. That's a lot of.
Okay, but as we're going out to try things in town, so...
Yeah, but they're from here. They have to try to keep some kind of reputation and not.
That's fair.
I mean, you don't want to start a war inside town when you live in town. So we don't live here.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what
This
they think about
die
it.
is- I'm rolling
Yeah,
much
right.
better. I've rolled like all under 10 on this die today.
Oof.
So yeah, let's do
What's
that.
17?
Let's gather up, and get our shit,
Suiting up.
suiting up, grab the twins. They follow us. Let's go.
Just annoying
Just
me.
keep your mouth shut.
Where are we going?
You're going with us. Just come along.
The dog too?
We're all going.
He's quiet. Are you?
Zan starts walking away, and Zor's like, I'm super quiet. And he walks off.
Yeah.
Scratching his crotch.
Yeah, pretty much.
2
No,
and 3.
please, help us.
180.
It'll be better when it counts. Let's put it that way.
Hopefully.
So
I just don't look the die to roll
making
when
our
it
way
counts.
downtown.
Making my way
2.
through the hood. Much better version of a song.
7.
Alright, so suited up. You all group up and head to... Oh, you're heading to the warehouse.
Yes.
Alright, so crossing into the...
Which one?
Probably they're all fairly close to each other.
Crossing over into the Gallimaufry, you kind of follow the... you end up following the street that just kind of like... basically on the other end of the houses that are there, it's just the walls that separate the Gallimaufry from the firmaments.
Mm-hmm.
And you end up in a... it's basically like a crossroads where on the very corner of these next like 3 plots of land are 3 large
I moved my foot and apparently spooked him.
large buildings that just kind of sit looking at each other. What was it I said? About 100 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Each one of them 100 by 100. The big front doors looking at each other. As you are walking up the road, approaching it, you can definitely tell that there is a small grouping of guards that just kind of wander around each one. It looks like there's kind of like the pattern at the estate. There's 2 that kind of take each side, meet up, and then back around. Nobody's at the front door. There's just the 2 that are doing the perimeter on each one.
So we can get to the back side of these kind of thing?
Yeah. It would take you weaving in between like the buildings that are close by. But
this way.
you end up perched in between like 2 houses, just kind of like looking through. You see
There's
the guards.
houses next to the warehouses?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Poor people got to live somewhere.
Okay, but we're not in the poor people section. We're in the middle class section.
Lower middle class.
Yeah, but still, poor people have to live somewhere. I mean, usually industrial districts are filled with, rundown houses and everything else. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And all the factories are out in the Coronas. So.
Yeah. So let's try to, I guess, stealth, since I can do that now, and not be.
Or at least slightly better at it.
Yeah, slightly better at it.
Now you only have 1 guy at disadvantage.
So.
But that's okay, because your only job is to reign divine justice.
Pretty much.
Yep.
You could go to the front door and ask them if they have heard of, your Lord deity.
Excuse me,
Lord and
guys.
Savior.
Oh, you can actually pull that.
Yeah.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior? Oh, shit.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Smite?
So as you guys are looking at the back end of this this one warehouse, there the guards meet up and you see them kind of like stop and everybody kind of like looks. Everybody go ahead and roll stealth checks.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oof.
Really? That's not that bad.
Is this a group still?
What did everybody get?
What does Diane's Lord get?
Oh yeah.
And the dog.
And the dog. And the good boy.
Nope.
Good.
Okay.
Special boy? Special good boy.
I'm feeling like I did better than somebody. Let's go.
Okay.
Maybe.
Zan didn't do well as Zor, and the dog did fine.
Okay.
9.
Teen.
27.
19?
Yeah.
Okay,
Solid.
for some reason I thought you were saying 10.
Teen.
27.
27?
11.
Jeez. Christ. I got the lowest.
Okay, so you
I
pass.
rolled a 20 and a 10.
You pass as a group.
Yay.
All
I
of
love
you
group
kind of
stealth rolls.
Yeah.
you see as the 2 guards kind of like focus in on like the area that you guys would be in, and you all hunch down, and they pass right over you. And one of them seems to kind of like is trying to squint their eyes, and the other one kind of slaps him on the shoulder and is like, "Hey, get going." So they head off and go around the corner and disappear.
Okay, so is there any back doors to this place, or is it just, or windows, or?
You can see what would be like a. It would be like a sliding, like a loading door. There you go. That's usually reserved for like if they have large crates that they have to get through, and the doors won't cut it.
Okay. As when one rounds the corner, like the far one rounds the corner,
Yep.
and the other one's probably a good 20 feet down the other way. We'll make a break for the
Okay.
back rolling door. And whereas it's probably locked, we will check it.
What the other ones out there?
Okay.
It's locked.
Well, we're not trying to be loud yet, damn it.
Sorry, what was it you just said? Because
We're checking the back door to see if it's locked.
Well, do you want me to? How far are we from the back door?
well, you're currently making a break across the street for it.
Yeah, we're gonna break
Or are
across
you
the-
talking just?
In general, how far are we from the back
Well, from your hiding spot, you would have been like 70-ish feet from it.
I was gonna say because I can do mage hand and
Yeah, but-
check it.
If it makes noise when we open it, I'd rather it be there than to be, you know.
We could be far away from it and I can check it. Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
and then if the mage hand makes noise, if the door makes noise when it opens and we're not there to conceal somebody, then people are looking around and we're trying to get in.
So you guys are going to the.
Yeah.
Okay. So you head to the loading door and you can see it's has like a single, almost like a. I don't remember what it's called. It's just like it goes over the ring and has like a little slot in it, and then they put a padlock in. You know what I'm talking about?
Just one of those sliding deadbolts.
Yeah. But there is a padlock that's like holding it shut.
Pick the lock.
You're not in combat. This ought to be just fine.
Yeah.
Combat
I've been
lockpicking.
rolling.
Just keep them covered a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So what is this door to?
18.
What is this door that we're
The
trying to
warehouse.
get into?
The warehouse.
Back
It's
into
just the
warehouse.
normal door, or is it
It's
the loading
back,
door?
It's the
It's a
back door.
loading
The
door,
loading door.
Okay.
18.
18. Okay. It's you can definitely feel this is kind of pretty complicated. But you end up getting through like the first like 4 tumblers just fine, and you get to the last one and you're just like, this one's really weird. Oh wait, there it is, and you end up getting it done.
Okay, so door comes up slightly. Everybody goes in quietly. Door goes down.
Okay. You slide the door open. Go ahead and make another stealth check because you guys have.
Oh, that's not
Better?
nearly as good. That's
Better?
not nearly as good.
Those the
Xan's
3
door's out.
NPCs at the moment.
yeah.
Oh, and Jethro.
And Jethro. We forgot about
Who
Jethro.
do we want to leave outside to kind of like leave the lock on it, kind of thing?
We do Jethro.
Jethro?
He's not here.
Jethro,
home.
he's
So
not-
so if
Jethro
something
could
happens,
not
he can
be-
talk his way out of it theoretically.
Yeah, theoretically, yeah, sure,
If
fine.
something happens, he can scream like a bitch. Yeah.
Yeah. He can
That
really
works
hide and
too.
Keep watch on the back door. Dude, buddy, no.
He can also charm people, so I mean that's helpful too.
Yeah.
Ouch. Okay.
We'll lead off with the one that we know failed.
Sure.
6.
Okay.
27.
Okay.
15.
11.
Oh shit.
What did the rest of them get?
Not as good as before.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I did good on the first one. I don't know what more you want from me there.
Wait, we can't get a bless here?
Right? Like, help us.
Um,
It's too late now, but help us.
So you slide the door open, and as you
That
I need
makes
bardic inspiration. I need to hear Eye of the Tiger right now.
That spell makes noise.
No, it's just the theme. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, the Mission
dun,
Impossible
dun.
Jethro has the thickest cord on his bow going boom, 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 boom. So Jethro, you know,
Wait, doesn't one of us have pass without a trace?
I'll stay out here to say. I think it's kind of late now.
I know, but I'm saying for
Yeah.
Just a tad.
So Jethro said, you know, I'll stay
we're
out here
distracted,
and
try not to be big dumb.
you know
Didn't
watch and
take
make
it
sure,
today
No, fair enough.
make sure nobody
Not
tries
like it
to
matters anyway. It's way too late.
because I forgot to change my spells.
uh,
Oh, shit.
do anything out here.
We'll try to remember that tomorrow morning.
You
Okay.
slide the door open. It does make a little bit of a creaking sound, but you do it gently enough to where you think that should be fine.
Like, I'm not raising it all the way up. It's only
Yeah.
going up, like, you know,
And
yay far, and we're just going to kind of, like, roll.
Zan and Zora are the first ones to like tuck and roll and
Mhm.
get in. The dog goes down and like army crawls under.
Yeah, yeah.
The rest of you kind of dip in. Garm, you're you're still in chainmail. Your chainmail just
Hopefully no one hears that because, they're around the front of the building.
You sit there for a second like, that was quiet.
Are you making a stealth check in chainmail?
Yeah.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
If I have more keys, there you go.
There you go.
When in doubt, radio show, like old-timey radio
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
sound effects.
You
Hey, it works, alright?
You tuck in, close the door behind you, and you sit up. It's dark in here.
You can see.
Yeah.
So can the twins because they're the same as me.
I think everyone can see the dark right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
like, it's dark in here. I'm like, yeah, but you can see.
Oh no, you have activated the alarm.
So
Yeah.
you now sit in a large warehouse that is got. Let's see. You would end up off to your left, about probably about 30 feet from where you're standing. You can see the part that's been sectioned off for the office.
Mm-hmm.
And then in front of you, about 20 feet away, is a assembly of crates that have kind of been set in a line, about 50 foot long. You can also see along the wall is like a staircase that goes up, and then there is a catwalk above that just kind of looks down at everything.
Oh, okay.
Is
So-
there an office?
Yes, there to our left.
Yeah.
Oh, apologies, I didn't hear that part.
So I think we will send a note to Orana and one of the twins to investigate the offices. And then
Hey, Tweedledee or Tweedledum, which one's you smarter?
Both of them start walking.
just one, damn it, just one.
You did that classic trope of which one's he smarter.
Zora's going with you.
Okay, so we'll take Zan, me, Garm, and the dog, and we are going to pry open the seats in the crates.
Okay. We'll start. We'll start with the boys outside as you two go into you three go into the offices and start looking around. Because your guys' is just right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start. You go up to one of the assemblies of crates. The dog is like pushing his nose up to everything, like sniffing, just like looking around. Go ahead. Oh, nice. And you say you guys want to like pry it open to see what's inside.
I'm gonna open the crates.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Both
Sure.
of us?
Yeah, go ahead. Both
If you
of
would
you.
have told us, I can leave you a crowbar.
I got a giant great axe I can use as a crowbar.
Yeah.
But use the tool for once that it's actually meant to be used for.
No! Don't tell me how to live my life.
My thought is, I thought we were trying to like not be noticed that we were here.
Well, we don't see anyone else in the.
After we're gone, was what she was implying.
We can put it back.
The way it was.
I'm just trying to take the lid off. Have you ever pried a lid off?
Yes, I have.
So have I.
I'll
It goes
have a
back
mallet.
on. I got a giant hammer if I need to.
I was like, I have a mallet if you need the nails back in.
Like, we will put it back in. 22.
10.
You're not very good with strings, are you? I forget that.
No, my stats are kind of poop.
Your brother rolled a 20.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, dirty 20.
Same difference.
So, Garm, you're having trouble with yours, but you and your brother end up walking over to a couple of crates. The dog is like sniffing each of them, searching for a scent. Your brother actually does have a crowbar. He just kind of looks at you.
He's like, we were going thieving. I was prepared.
He's
What
kind
do
of
you
looks
need
at
a
you
fucking
like,
rip for?
Yeah. What
Like-
you got a crowbar for? Where the fuck did you get
there are
that?
tools for that, and he shoves it into one box and just.
Yeah, but I
Well,
pretty much
it
did
should
the
be.
same with the great axe. I just took it and went.
Yeah. You both.
You
pry
have more
open.
leverage. Yeah.
Yours it looks like to be a collection of rolled up fabrics that have kind of been stacked on top of each other, various silks and cottons in different colors.
Well, I'm going to dig through just to make sure that that's what's actually in it. No false bottoms.
On the bottom.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Yee! Fuck! That's 10.
You end up kind of digging through, moving some of the rolls aside. You end up finding like a slip of paper. That is that has the name of the tailors you guys were at. Minute measurements.
Okay.
That's what it was. According to the missive, it looks like she ordered quite a few rolls of different fabrics in various colors from another supplier in Asarius.
Okay. What's the other crate?
Your brother's kind of pouring through the and he looks like he found this looks like various goods, like general it'd be like general store type of stuff, like explorers packs basically, different bed rolls and like medical kits and stuff, and he ends up pulling a piece of paper out of like the inner lip there where it's like been nailed on, and it is titled Vagabond Wares. He looks over and he goes, "What exactly are we looking for? This all looks like general goods." And he shuts the lid and kind of gives it a tap with his crowbar to make it go back in place.
We're just looking. We're just getting a general idea. How many more crates? Is it just the 3 crates in here, or how? What's like? Is it?
Oh, there are plenty of more crates. This is a 100 by 100, and
Well, we don't popping.
all right. Well, as you guys continue to search through crates, I'm going to jump over to the office building. So you go up to the door that is for the office building and give it a jiggle, and it turns, but whenever you try to push, it's locked.
Am I able to tell if it's a slide lock or deadbolt?
Well, as you kind of look up farther up the door, it's kind of like a slide-in lock. That is, for some reason, like set up at the top of the door. But Ilrana or the brother could reach it, and they.
Oh, it's on the outside that it's locked from?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because handle
It's kind of hard to lock it from the inside and leave.
handle locks like this don't exist yet.
Yeah.
So they reach.
Okay, but then it's pointless.
No, it's just making sure the door's closed, just kind of thing.
He reaches up and.
Check for traps. You never know.
There you go. Go ahead and roll a investigation check.
I was like, one of us need to find out detect magic.
I have detect magic. I have something like that. Hold on. 17. Investigation, yeah, 17.
3. Pretty sure.
I think we left the one person who has it outside.
That's what annoyed the shit out of me
I
on the
have
first
detect
campaign is
magic.
you kept setting magical traps that I can't just keep spamming the spell.
Well, no, detect magic is not, because I can ritual cast it.
I
At
have
level 1 as a
Dispel
wizard.
Magic as a level 3.
I have detect,
Detect
magic,
magic
but
is
I
1.
can only use it
Oh.
His first level.
once because it's part of my.
Then maybe dispel magic is
Dispel
what I'm
magic.
thinking of, yeah.
Because detect magic, I can ritual cast it as...
And I couldn't
Me
just
holding
keep
Yeah,
casting.
I have Detect Magic.
I couldn't just keep casting to dispel magic
Yeah,
to get rid of your damn magical traps.
but I'll be able to.
Alright, I'll
Yeah, I can only use it once a day.
okay, I'll go ahead and cast Detect Magic.
You cast detect magic.
Yep.
And you're looking for traps, and so at the time that you kind of both find it at the same time, right inside of the door is like a little like glyph or seal that's kind of sitting there. That's sitting on like a tile or kind of thing, where if you were to step on it, which you almost do, and both of you kind of find the trap at the same time, because where the floor is actually smooth, this is like something that was placed there, and so it's like it's taking up like the walkway. And you'd have to like either jump over it or disable it.
Okay, what is the trap?
Oh, it's basically an alarm. Like if you were to step on it, then it would let out like a loud sound.
So is the only way for us to get past it is to jump?
Jump or
Launch right
disable.
over it.
Do you think you can make the jump?
How I'm rolling today.
No, because it's an actual
Oh.
jump distance. I can do the math if you need me to.
Well, where do I get my jump distance?
It is actually under. It should be probably under actions if I had to guess. Or not.
Because if I have to disable it, I can, but he's a high level spell.
Dad, we want to try and make sure no one knew we were here, so.
Because I cannot cast it again. I do not have that spell.
I know it's here somewhere. Because I pulled it against Drew. I just don't remember where it's at.
Calculating jump.
I would basically just have you make an acrobatics check if you wanted to.
Hold on, here. Oh, no. That's the spell that I want the spell with. Where's it not going to give it to me? Oh, where the hell's it at? I know it's here somewhere.
No, are you wanting to jump it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be.
Roll an acrobatics check.
Thank goodness. No. +5. Dirty 20.
Easy enough.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I've been rolling like 2s and 3s and
Yeah.
5s, so.
Well, it shouldn't be that hard of a DC. It's just jumping over a fucking glyph. But
These aren't like
Yeah,
Skyrim
but
glyphs where you get close enough to them and they go
Still
off
roll a
farther.
1 and have problems.
Get ready to jump, trip, and fall right on it.
Yeah, let's not do that.
And am I the only one going in?
can I just step over it? I mean, I'm pretty tall. I have a pretty long stride.
Make an acrobatics check.
Fun time?
I cast a spell magic as I fall on the damn thing.
Hold on.
So as you go to make a little hop over this, your foot slips, and as you're falling, you see it coming closer, and with a quick wave of your hand, you hear a and you
Oh, that's where it would have been.
land on it, and you all take a second. Nothing happens. Okay. Everything's fine.
Now, things like that, will they go off if like, say a mouse or something ran across it?
By examining the glyph that was drawn, it looks like it needed a weight limit.
God damn it, if I can quickly put through my glasses, that would be great.
The other brother walks in and goes, "Okay, what are we looking for?"
We're looking for records of sales,
Oh, yeah, I'm dumb. Never mind.
Shipment of things that are not.
and we're also looking
Legal.
for accounting books, or like their bookkeeping. And
So-
I can make copies.
So maybe that desk over there, and he just points to like a
Yeah,
wide
desks,
desk.
filing cabinets, generally those things that keep
Right.
paperwork. I thought you were a smarter one.
I am the smarter one. So you take that one, and I'll take this one. And he walks over and he starts like pulling open drawers and like flipping through the
I'll
notebooks.
take the filing cabinet in the corner.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Is there two desks then?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the other desk and first 4 opening drawers. I'd like to check them to make sure they're not gonna.
Go
Yeah, my
ahead.
detect magic is still going up for 10 minutes.
Oh, then do you see anything going on with the tables or the desks?
Yeah.
You don't pick. You don't with your detect magic. You don't pick up anything coming from the desks.
Then I am going to search the desks, and I want to also check after searching. I'm gonna want to check for like hidden drawers.
Okay, go ahead and make investigation.
False bottoms, all those fun things. There we go. Why wasn't that one the fucking one I rolled for the...
Just for future references, you can jump the length of your strength score.
Good to know.
So, like, strength score in feet?
For long jump.
10.
You rolled 10 investigation. Okay. It's easy enough to pull open, like, because everybody starts at like the main center drawer, and you do find what would be the records book. Zan is the one outside with you guys.
Yes, Zora's with us.
Zor, okay. Zor is currently has like a notebook and is like flipping through it, and he's just seems to have found something that he's just occupied with. You pull out and found like a records book of basically like what comes in and out,
So
and you're in the filing cabinet. And what'd you roll?
21.
You end up finding a folder of like accounting information.
So mistake a lot of organizations that are not really. They'll have the in and out be exact. And if they're exact, that's one because there's always
Balanced.
there's always going to be something a little bit off, or maybe someone bought something with pocket change. There'll be things like that, not the exact. And then it's a lot of times when they're doing the thing.
There should be small inconsistencies, not big inconsistencies.
Well, there's probably a second set of books.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
There should be at least some inconsistencies, and it shouldn't be exact. So are these records showing where it's like n equals out, or is it showing the normal inconsistencies, or is it showing?
The books you find shows n equals out.
Okay.
Everything seems to match and be in.
So these are the official.
Yeah, these are the fine-tuned, very proper transaction records.
All right. So found the cooked books.
Let's take a look even here.
Zor comes in with his book and he's like, everything here looks like it matches.
Yeah, which is
Are we looking for a company in particular, or... And he flips through a couple of pages, because all of these transactions I'm seeing look like they're...
look for something that might say charity,
Is there a
Or
false bottom
personal-
to any of this stuff?
personal expense.
Based on your... There was no false bottom in the filing cabinet, but based on your investigation check, you didn't find any.
Why'd you get on your investigation check?
10.
But
That's alright. Here's what the plans bring.
are there any paintings in here?
No pictures or...
Okay.
Is there anything that says charity?
Oh yeah, I think it says charity or
nothing that
personal.
says nothing that says charity. It all seems to be some kind of...
Okay, so this is a large warehouse that does large shipping, correct?
Whoa, excuse you.
Okay. What?
This is like they do large orders. Like these are like so and so orders 500 candles. That
Yeah,
kind of
kinda,
thing.
yeah.
Look for things that are non-bulk. Like to this address, 5 things.
Okay. Let's see. Flipping through the pages. No, there would be no. Here. Yeah, no. There's no sign of anything that would be in like small quantities.
Okay. Because that's usually if you're to a private an individual.
Yeah, like an individual person, not a company.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, nothing that would be individual. Everything here seems to be in multiples or in bulk.
Oh.
Is this the only, like, there's just one filing cabinet and 2 desks? There's something else in here?
Yeah.
What is the chair? Or chairs, because there's 2 desks.
It's just a chair.
It's a valid question.
No, that's a reference to campaign 2 for the Mighty Nine don't like chairs.
Oh, never mind. I thought that was the reference, and I was like,
No,
No, I'm
like,
legitimately
oh my God.
asking about a
legitimately
fucking
asking.
I was
chair.
like, you're fucking kidding me. She's actually playing this trick on me.
Haven't got that far into campaign 2 things?
I know, but that's why he laughed. And
Yeah,
I didn't.
sorry.
I just finally listened to the first episode.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, campaign 2?
Perhaps I'll sing a tune.
Well,
Yeah.
That's right, fuckers.
So, what? So you're wanting to investigate the chair?
Yeah, is it a nice cushy chair that may or may not have a convenient slit to hide false papers?
or taped to the bottom.
Or taped to the bottom.
Investigate the chair.
Because they'd have to keep it close
It's a
to
mimic.
keep check on it.
The chair is a mimic. 17.
Bites your ass.
That would be a very bad place to have a mimic.
Doors are worse.
Very true. Aren't they?
Doors are the worst mimics.
Kicking in the door.
You
He
investigate.
eventually learned to quit.
You investigate the chair. Feel the cushion. The other desk that was in the entrance does not have a cushy chair, but this one does. And you kind of like feel the cushions. And you don't feel anything inside. You check the bottom of it. It seems that there's like a wood burned like brand of the maker.
Okay.
Did you get caught for yourself? Because there's no one else in the damn basket.
You got something yourself caught, cat. There you go.
Okay. I guess we're done in here. Let's go
For
check
the
upstairs.
records, are there any
There's a lot,
like
it's just a number.
unusually large numbers of something getting sent to somewhere?
Like, you got 20,000 things of silver. Who needs 20,000 things of silver?
Right, anything sus that's big and
No, nothing overly large. I mean, well, okay. So with that, it's kind of hard to determine, I would say. Like, you see a lot of large quantities of something, but it's hard to determine, like, what is an abnormally large. There's nothing in here that's, like, 9999 of anything, but...
50,000 units is something stupid, or
Yeah.
50,000 units or something overly common, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Something like that would draw attention. So that's what I'm asking.
Honestly, the most you see is, like a couple hundred units of metal ingot that is being transported to a blacksmith.
It's nothing out of the ordinary.
I'm thinking it's all
20 rolls of textiles to a tailor.
They would have a copy here. Whoever's cooking the books would have to be keeping
Well, that's
track.
not true. It could be at the house, technically. I mean, if they know
It depends on
stuff
how
like
much they're
that.
trusting the people.
Yeah.
Because
I
if
mean,
they're only trusting themselves with it, which would be the smart thing, then they would keep it all with themselves.
As you guys are investigating and you guys are out in the middle, the dog hasn't scented anything, and you guys have cracked open a couple more crates and haven't found anything out of the ordinary.
There's no like basement conveniently to this one, is there?
You hear out by the back door, "Hey guys, hey, I'm looking for," and you notice that Jethro has started conversing with the guards that have come back around.
Okay, so we're going to prep to leave. I need to know. And we're going to,
Go out the front door.
no, we'll go back out the back. Anyway, back out the back if we can.
Well, if he locked it on us.
Well, it depends if it's locked. We don't. I'm going to kind of wait and listen to decide where we're going, out the back or out the front. So how's that conversation with Jethro going?
You hear him kind of, hey, I was just, I was looking for this one lady, you know, did you see her, you know, silver hair, dark skin, that's all of them? Right. You can tell he's definitely being way louder than they are.
Yeah.
You can also hear the rain pouring down still from outside. And so it seems like the guards have kind of shooed him away. He's like, right, I'll just thank you so much for your assistance, guys. And you can hear him kind of patter off with the water splashing.
Mm-hmm.
And you wait.
I'll give it like 3 minutes to let him, disperse, and then I want to check the door to see if he had to relock it or not.
And then you can hear the. Oh, that's a good point. Nope.
What's Jethro's wisdom score?
Give me just a second.
Probably not as high as his charisma.
Well, duh, but
Well, actually,
like,
his dex is his best stat, so. Because he put it all in dex instead of, charisma.
silly goose.
Yeah, it's alright.
He's got a bow now. It's fine.
Yeah, sure.
Ability score improvement.
Yeah.
Take fucking charisma.
No, I don't want
The
to.
dex is for the extra activities.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
fair. That's fair. Gotta make
After
sure
a
you're nice
while,
and
you
limber.
hear the clanking boots of the guards start to move away again.
Do you want intelligence or wisdom?
I was wondering about wisdom.
Oh, it's a 13.
13. Okay.
So
Wisdom is thinking about the future
Yeah.
consequences of your actions.
Yeah.
Intelligence is this is the smartest thing right now.
Is it locked? Yes or no?
You try the door, and it still comes back up.
Okay, sweet. So everyone get close to the door. No, you need to come with me.
Do you want me to hide?
No hide. No hide. We're gonna take some of our blasting powder and we're gonna burn this bitch down.
Do you want to take anything before we burn it down?
Nope.
No?
But I kind of like that Taylor. Hopefully she has insurance. She has insurance, right?
Should
Right.
be. Oh, she should have the fabric to make you dress anyway. It'd be
We
alright.
could check that one crate and see if there are any healing potions because they're expensive. You can always use healing
I was
potions.
gonna say we've been through all the crates. We didn't find anything of the,
I always
great
assumed that
interest
healing
or-
potions would
They're
never be
healing kits.
transported. They would be brewed on site.
Well, no, those were like explorer bags and shit like that. They weren't healing kits. They were
Yeah. You,
Like
after the first couple of crates, you notice kind of how things are arranged
Mhm.
within the crates. You ended up just making a routine of it, and you ended up not finding anything that's like crazy or out of the ordinary.
So we're gonna kind of take one of those blasting pouches and kind of spread that all around through the center here, because it's wood, it'll burn. I mean, they'll catch. And then we're gonna take one of the ball bombs, and as we're all at the door, we're gonna blow the fucking center of it.
Oh, sorry, I could just light it.
I know, but I want to eat it.
Okay.
So that's the game plan, Stan.
Do you want to wait for when we give the stuff and have the rest of us get out before that happens? So
Yeah, me and you prep everything. Everyone's kind of getting out the door. And we're getting ready, and everyone's like, what the fuck are they doing in there? And I'm just going to come out and go run.
Alright, so throwing the. Opening
Before that happens,
the. Sure.
I can turn you to mist after you throw it, so you can GTFO without having to worry about
Sweet.
getting caught.
and I
Oh,
can
God,
use,
you know,
and I can use my
wind
misty-
walk?
Gaseous form.
Works for me.
And I can use my misty step to get away.
Yeah.
But we want to make sure everybody else is
Yeah, we want everyone else.
away.
Yeah. I'm just kind of like run, go, get back to hiding, get
Yeah.
away from here.
So, sending away the majority of the party, they head back to the little hiding spot you guys were at before, which is where Jethro's waiting for you, like
Mhm.
doing one of these, like, come on. You spread out one of your blasting powders along the stack of crates, and you say you're throwing a seed bomb to.
Yeah, one of
Ignite
those
it?
ball bombs. Yeah.
Alright, you chuck it, and as it makes contact, you see the.
Mhm.
You hear the kind of like firecracker pop as it explodes. The explosion from the bomb lights the powder and. let's see if that actually
With that,
yeah.
since you chuck it, can we then close
the
and
door.
lock it?
Yep.
Okay, close and lock and then skedaddle.
As you hear it kind of pop, you start seeing the flames start to flicker up the stack of crates, and you got it.
Sweet. We out.
So ducking back under, you say you're gonna turn around and lock it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, slam the door shut. Put back the lock like the way you found it.
And then, oop.
You're misty stepping.
Mhm.
You look back over and take a few steps and grabbing the hilt of your dagger, and it
Blink.
just kind of like you feel the kind of like pull on you as you kind of just like glitch slide basically, flicking in and out, ending up back in the well, a little ways from where you were hiding, but you're considerably closer.
Yeah.
And end up just kind of ducking in. You say you're going to turn him into a gaseous form, or you guys just
I turned him as soon as it was done.
Oh,
Like
okay.
he chucked it, turned him into gaseous form so he can get the fuck out because he can't move.
I big.
She can bamf. He
So-
can't.
So as you turn to get to run, your body just kind of dissolves into this just like misty form, and you just
Because
zoom across.
unless I'm big mad at Garm, I don't have my extra movement. So.
And then once we're out, I'll transform him back. It's concentration up to an hour, so.
Yeah, sweet.
All right, so you head back to your spot
But it's when
between
I
the
say it, when you
houses.
say, which is what I was checking, which is weird. I figured so once we get out, then that makes more sense.
I mean, you can leave me like that. Fuck, I don't give a shit. I'm not having fun with it now.
I am removing the used.
So.
And are you heading back home, or
Yeah, we're gonna take the back way back in the house, but we're gonna double check to make sure we're not followed at any point in time.
You want to take down the other two warehouses?
No, this is more of a. This plan here was furthering me and Garms trying to get into the interior of the ship because, like, we're gonna show up and be like, we really heard you guys had a problem last night. Like, your security sucks, man. Like, and try to push more of an inside job as well, kind of thing, because you never know.
as you head back, everybody make perception checks.
I'm good at perception, yes, please. Oh, fuck it, nat 20.
Does
24.
Do we? Fuck me. I see nothing.
13.
I'm focusing on the fire and the rain. That's what the problem is. Because I want to check and see how well the fire is going.
Well, it's inside the
Is
building.
it spreading yet? Well, I mean, it's really on the opposite side of town, so we can just keep looking back
Yeah,
and see.
yeah.
You know, the smoke should be obvious as it's a very
After-
large fire.
Yeah. Because, you know, wood building and everything.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit, but you eventually notice the smoke start to rise, which then you can hear a few screams, which you assume is the guard now in panic.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm losing my job. I need to do this. I'm getting fired.
It's all that salt.
You guys don't notice being followed, and end up heading back into the estate through the back way. All of you collect into the main foyer of your home, drenched wet with the rain.
Yay!
Yeah. See, you got to play in the rain. See.
Prestidigitation.
Oh, that's all shit. Thank you very much.
Prestidigitation gets you all dry.
I literally just rolled a 1. What the fuck? On percentile dice.
Ouch.
I rolled a 0.
I know. She rolled 0, so.
Zan and Zor. So, what was the point of all that?
Well, point of all that's just having a little bit of fun. That's really just, you know, our concern, not yours. You don't need to be mixed up in this, alright? You just need to...
I mean,
We just took them with us
I
to
was
go
gonna say,
infiltrate
you
the
kind
warehouse.
of mixed us up
Fun.
in it.
Yeah, but no one knows. We weren't seen, no one knows shit. So for the time being, you just need to, if you want to keep going with us and having this little fun, here and there if need be, just keep your mouth
Hear
shut.
nothing and see
Don't
nothing.
ask questions.
Or you can just stay here and guard your dad the whole time. I'm sure that's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be fun.
mean, you can stay here and deal with the grumpy old man that's kind of pissy that everyone's
You know what
here.
we should have done is we should have used a couple of the bags of powder. We should have taken the book of accounting with us. I make copies of stuff, but
I was gonna say,
know.
didn't you write some of it down?
Yeah, but I figured we.
I mean, if
could
we took
take
the books,
book.
it wouldn't have mattered either way, because
It's
they're
gonna
not
matter.
going to have the
Yeah.
books to wonder where they're at.
I was gonna say, and then we burnt the office, like burnt the whole thing, and it wouldn't matter because.
So, but, I mean, and if all else fails, we could always, send for our big guns of explosives and everything else, so.
It's true. It'd be very hard to get that all the way here. Plus, the only people who would be able to get it here are the people we're trying to investigate. So,
Yeah, we can find a way if we needed to.
I don't have that spell yet.
No, but, I mean, if all else fails, some of us can move back and forth across the border and come back the way we did, so.
It's true.
So when you get the tree, you're gonna get the tree.
Tree strike, yeah.
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 Always have that available, because
Because we-
fucking
It's
boss
such a
that
good
spell.
Such a good spell. So,
Transport via planes is a fucking great spell.
2 questions for that.
Yes.
The first one is, could you plant a tree in our base so you could just ride on
It
the
has to
side?
be equivalent to the size we're trying to fit through. So it'd have to fit Morzog. As long as it fits Morzog, then we can.
It'd be a big tree. It'd have to be one of
yeah,
them.
but there's
that
big
might
trees
be-
around Hupperdoon.
Yeah.
Luckily enough. I mean,
The
so.
second one is,
If we base
can
it
that
to.
spell be put in the ring?
No, because the ring only holds up to a certain spell level.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh.
And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Transport Via Plants is like 7th level spell.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty high, so.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, usually spell storing things can only go up to like a 3rd or 5th level, somewhere around there.
It's 5th on the normal, it's 3rd on the one that we have. So,
Give me a second, I don't have it. Stomach cramps. Go away.
Okay, well, end it and you wouldn't have to worry about it.
yeah.
Well, I want to end it on a narrative note, and I have something for you to do.
Okay.
Well, first of all, are you turning in for the night, or did you have anything else to discuss?
I don't think we have anything right now. I mean, unless anyone else has any, parting wisdom here.
Be
No?
proud. I didn't steal shit.
Yeah, not much. I just steal, unfortunately. So.
There were crates full of crap.
Yeah, but nothing valuable. If there's something.
But stealing for
valuable-
stealing's sakes, though.
Exactly.
But we don't steal for stealing things.
You don't steal.
As the person that has to protect you if you get caught, no, we do not steal for stealing things.
No, we blow up for blow up's sake.
Yes.
That's very true. That we do.
So, as all of you collect into your rooms, as all of you collect into your separate rooms to sleep for the night, Bastion switches rooms for the night. He doesn't sleep in your room, Garm. He tags along with Ilrana.
Yay!
Puppers.
And just kind of, lays at the foot of the bed, keeping your feet warm. You can hear him fall asleep. The steady breathing showing that he is definitely out. Blaze, I'll end you.
Come here. Yeah, you're fine. Come here. Down you go. Good kitty.
You kind of cuddle up, and between the thick covers and the dog, you're nice and cozy. As the rain falls, it definitely puts you to sleep. In sleep, peace comes to you with memories of home. The wooden walkway between your family home and the neighbors, where you sit letting the sun bask against your bare back while your feet dangle into the small waves of the Osmond Sea. As you look toward the horizon, where the sea seems to go on forever, footsteps catch your attention, mixed with a ticking sound. As you look over, your 3 youngest siblings come up to you, giggling, all of them chasing a large brown dog, Bastion, which you know for a fact definitely was not at your home before you left. Bastion comes up and sits next to you, and the three children run off to play with each other. And he looks off at the sea with you. A voice calls from behind. Bastion. You turn around, and as you turn, the city is gone. You now stand inside of a thick, canopied forest, sunlight raining down from between the branches. Bastion. The dog takes off running.
Mm-hmm.
Are you following?
Yeah.
Weaving between the trees, another call makes him take a hard right around a large tree. And as you follow around, he's no longer there. And your surroundings go dark as you look up and stars are now seen through the canopy. And it is nighttime. Far between the trees, you can make out a white light in the distance. Coming from between, you see a wide lake, and in the center is a small little island with a single tree where a feminine figure stands. Off to the side, you can see Bastion is like doggy paddling through the water. He comes out of the water, seemingly having swam across to this figure, and she drops down and hugs the dog like a longtime friend. They look at each other, seemingly exchanging a thought, and the woman looks across the lake at you and beckons for you.
Go in water, fuck yeah, let's go.
As you come into the water, it is a shot of ice cold as it washes over you, taking your breath away, and you jolt awake, heavily breathing in your bed. And you look down, and you startled Bastion awake, and he's staring at you. As you hear the sound of knocking.
Okay, from where?
It sounds like it's coming from downstairs.
Oh, okay, I'll get up and go downstairs now.
Can I have the other three of you make perception checks with disadvantage?
I rolled really good that time, so. Perception.
I'll take it.
21.
17.
12.
Garm, you're the only one that stays asleep.
Damn it, Garm.
I gave it my best shot, alright?
What about the twins?
Yeah, the rest of the house.
Oh shit.
The twins, Dad, everyone. To help.
Nope.
The horses,
Actually,
everyone.
butlers are meant to be very light sleepers for this exact reason, but...
Okay, then.
You good?
Just you three.
Yeah.
Everybody else stays asleep. You walk out of your door to the hallway, and you see two of your other companions open their door. And you all exchange a look as you hear a coming from the front doorway. You hear footsteps in the downstairs, as probably one of the help have noticed. You hear the door open and conversation. And you guys are heading downstairs?
I'm gonna hide.
That's fair. I'm going.
Roll stealth.
I rolled 2 3s. My goodness.
You are just not
Still
in
a
it
12,
today.
though.
That's a 14.
14.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you all start heading down the steps from upstairs, you see the help talking to two hooded figures. The current butler that's talking is the older one. Talking to two hooded figures. It sounds like the voices are feminine. as the butler steps aside and ushers them in. They draw back their cloaks, and you can see one of them is a tall drow woman in green armor with dark, inky, blue-black skin, red-orange eyes, and full lips set into a hard line. Deep scarlet red hair pours out of the hood and over one shoulder. The other one, smaller, also a drow woman with 2 strands of silver red hair that go past each side, go past each shoulder, with very deep yellow eyes. Shit. I'll say, Morzog, you can make an intelligence check.
Okay, my intelligence is shit. 14.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. You recognize the taller one, the one with the red hair.
Mm-hmm.
This is Kawana Kreen. This is the partner to the queen.
Will you spell it, please?
This is it's Quana, and then Kreen is Kryn. This is the queen's wife, essentially, and also the general to the Kreen military. She is known as the Dusk Captain. She is very powerful, highly respected, and definitely not a figure to be fucked with.
I'm gonna fuck with her.
Oh, I figured. The smaller one you don't recognize.
Okay.
But as they walk in, the smaller one looks over and goes, "Ah, you must be Morzog Shatterstep?"
Yes.
Uh,
I didn't think I caught your name there. You know mine. What's yours?
my name is Fayeth Hythanos.
Good, I'm
And,
gonna fuck with both of them.
huh?
Good, I'm gonna fuck with both of them.
And,
What was your name again?
Fayeth Hythanos. Hythanos. It's Fayeth.
Hey, something spelled like how it should be. That's amazing.
Bite me. She looks at you and she goes, "My name is Fayeth Hyphanos, and I think you and I have a lot to discuss." And that's where we're going to close it.
Okay.
Before I get too far into it. So, find out next week as our group has now been introduced to one very powerful entity and another that seems to have a hat in the ring for what's going on here. We'll be back next week with our continued story. Hope to see you then. Bye.
Bye.